Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 753 for Tuesday, the 28th of October, 2025. I'm your host, Mark Webb, Gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby, 360G, and joining me today is...
Resident Trophy Whore, Mr. Peebs.
Just Nick votes.
And Cyborg Switch. There we go. Done.
It's nice to be back.
That's a new cool gamer tag there, Switch.
No.
You're not changing it, no?
No.
I bet someone's already had that, because you know what happens, I don't know what it's like on PlayStation now, but on Xbox, when you want to make a new gamer tag, like you can have anything you want because it's changed to, has a little hashtag with a load of numbers after it now.
Oh, right, yeah, I've been getting loads of spam invites from random people. It's probably fishers, people fishing and that.
Yeah. So...
like, people just used to, like, put in their tag and then, like, fucking smash their head off the keyboard, didn't they? Like, to...
Oh, back in the old days, it was XX, name XX.
Yeah.
You know.
There was a few people on my friends list like that. I don't know whether they still exist.
Or loads of random numbers after the name or whatever, yeah. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, it must be annoying when someone's taken, like, your well-known username.
Well,
yeah, it's like I couldn't have Peebs for years. I still can't get it.
What did you know?
I would have always liked... I always come up with some great gamer tags and stuff. There's a bloke at, I think at work, who's Lee something or other, and his gamer tag's nothing. And I was like, so you didn't have Natural Lee as your gamer tag? And he was like, no. I was like, wait.
Well, you know when I changed my tag from Webby317 to 360G? Well, Webby317 went back into the pool and someone's fucking got it now.
Brillo pad.
Oh, I know. How insane is that? If only they knew.
Snooze, you lose.
I know. Oh, well, these things happen. But it's nice to be back. I've had a lovely 2 weeks off of podcasting. It's actually been back at work for a week, but it's just the way it worked with recording. But personally had a lovely time off. Didn't really do any gaming for those 2 weeks, apart from a tiny bit of Battlefield. I've been gaming this past week, though. Went up to sunny Scotland, and it was actually very sunny. Spent some time in nature. It was very nice to get away from the screen for a while.
Get chased by any mid-swarms or anything?
No. But now we're back to normal again. But no, it was lovely. Sometimes you just need a bit of a recharge and a time away from the usual routine. So, yeah, it was good. Back at it now. Back to more Xbox shenanigans going on in the news as well, which is not surprising. Darren's arm is healing, which is nice to hear.
Well, it's practically healed now. Like the scars all, like the scabs all come away and everything.
Nice. And yeah, so we're all back to normal. And yeah, back to gaming then, guys. Shall we get into it then?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I want to do things a little bit, well, not different, because we do change it up week in, week out anyway. But there's been quite a bit of news this past week. So I'd like to dig into that, okay, if that's all right with everybody.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so obviously there's been a lot of stuff going on with Xbox. We'll get into something that isn't really a massive negative at the... Well, it depends on who you are, really. But a Halo remaster, or remake, shall I say, a Halo remake of the original Halo has been announced. And it's coming to all platforms, including the PlayStation.
With that as well, or...
Sorry?
Is the Switch being bundled in with that, or...
Is it coming to Switch? Oh, actually, I don't know. By all platforms, I normally negate Nintendo in my brain, so all platforms mean Xbox and PlayStation. I wonder if it is coming to Switch, though. That's a good question. I don't think it is, though. Let me
It's
check.
UE5, isn't it? I don't know how well the Switch deals with UE5, so...
No, it's coming to Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. So I don't know how I feel about this. I know some of you don't really give a shit. I've spoken to Peebs about this, and Peebs is like, meh,
Yes.
whatever, mate. He's just like, yeah, I don't give a shit, you know. But, you know,
I don't know why you're so protective of it, Webby.
well, I've got mixed feelings about this, and I don't know how. I haven't had.
Technically, I will say Master Chief is basically the mascot for Xbox. He's like their poster child.
Yeah, he is.
He's kind of like the Sonic or the Mario for their brand, I'd say. Very recognisable, and at one point Halo was just as popular as like Mario and stuff, like especially in the Western gaming universe.
Yeah. I have mixed feelings about this. I mean, I kind of get vibes of the old Sega days, you know, like being at school and like you'd never think back then that a Sonic would be on a Nintendo, and look what happened to Sega. And it just feels like history's repeating itself a little bit in my eyes. But the reason I've got mixed feelings about this, and most of them are quite negative, and I think it's just because I've still got that old school mentality of every system, every platform has its exclusive games, and you buy the platform for those exclusives. You know, I bought an Xbox back in the day for Halo. I bought a PlayStation for Final Fantasy and Gran Turismo, you know. And I know those days are pretty much long gone now, you know, we're in that modern era, but it's still in my mind, I'm like, you know, what the fuck is Xbox doing? Because we've talked about this many times on the podcast before with Forza and stuff like that going to PlayStation. It's kind of where we're kind of in that era now of in my mind of thinking to myself, what is the point of owning an Xbox console? And thank you very much, Moto West, for subscribing to Twitch. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, because I know you play on all platforms as well, but you know, at the moment I'm finding very little reason to stay as an Xbox gamer. I mean, obviously I play mostly on my PC these days, but
Exactly.
you know, I still have two.
You're a PC gamer constantly. You remind us every day in the Discord that you're a PC gamer. So why are you bothered?
Because I still have two Xboxes in my household that my kids play, and I'm still in that mindset of Xbox should have its exclusives, because now it's like there's no competition, because you're just gonna, like, if I was a console only gamer, in my mind I'd be like, well, I'll just own a PlayStation, subscribe to PS Plus because it's got quite a good library of games, and then the few good Microsoft Game Studio, Xbox Game Studio games that come out, I'll just buy them on the PlayStation. There's literally, in my mind, no reason to own an Xbox console.
No, and like I said, I'm not overly bothered, but the only thing I would be bothered about is like what you just touched on, is the competition. Because if Xbox does go, then it gives, you know, Sony license to start charging what they like.
Yeah, whack the prices up and join suit. Oh, well, Xbox are doing it and they're seeing a bit of a bonus. We've got shareholders and leeches to feed, so we best join them doing that.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
It's just like gaming's in a weird place for consoles. Like, I'm going to admit PC because, you know, that's its own kind of animal, but the console space is in a weird place because it feels to me that only Nintendo have kind of stuck to that traditional route, really, of their games are only on their system.
And who's way out in front of the console sales and making money? Nintendo.
Yeah. Because even though...
I can't believe that.
They are, because like people want great games, and I know you think Nintendo is mostly aimed at kids, Peebs, and you might be right in some regard. They still make quality titles, and I know we've moaned, like I've been moaning about Xbox pushing their games onto other platforms, but PlayStation have been doing that for quite a few years now by pushing their games to PC, which is in essence another platform, really, isn't it?
A similar thing, yeah.
But
they don't do it day and date, do they? They make you wait like a year or two,
unless it's Helldivers.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an exception. But PlayStation still have games that are only on the console, like Gran Turismo is one that springs to mind for me. But, another thing that I kind of semi-predict could happen in the future is because Microsoft are putting all their games onto PlayStation. Could we see a weird and wacky future where Sony push some of their exclusives to the Xbox platform?
I already have.
Like Helldivers,
Death Stranding, as well as on the Xbox.
Baseball.
What was that? Sorry, Nick.
The MLB that's been on Xbox the last couple of years as well.
More the licensing, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were forced.
Nintendo, PlayStation didn't want to do that.
No, they got forced because MLB said that if they don't put it onto other platforms, they lose their license. So the hand was forced there. But I don't know. This seems like as an Xbox, right? This is like
fanboy.
As an Xbox, right? I'm just trying to get my thoughts into into order here, because I was and still kind of am, an Xbox fanboy at heart, right? Xbox One, Xbox 360 was the heyday, and then obviously this podcast spawned from the Xbox 360, so like in my life, 20 odd years, like a big part of my life has been Xbox, like it's been kind of a big part of my persona, my life has been Xbox. So perhaps I feel it a little bit more than other people. Some people might call that sad. I don't care. But for me, it's kind of, I feel like with all the negativity around Xbox in a minute and what Microsoft are doing, it just feels like a big kick in the nuts. First of all, it was, remember in 2013 with E3, TV, where, this was kind of the beginning of the downfall of Xbox, but I stuck to it anyway, whereas many people went to PlayStation 4. But, and the quality of the games coming out hasn't been amazing. Halo Infinite hasn't been great. Forza Motorsport isn't that great. Games releasing very poor. You look at like Redfall, Starfield.
Well, Starfield's like a bit of more of a mixed bag. Yeah. I think like it's like a 50-50 split of people who liked it and didn't, sort of thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. And then obviously with the news before we went on holiday about the increase in the price to Game Pass. Then while we've been away, there's been this other noise as well, and this Halo reveal going to PlayStation, and Halo has been like, it is the biggest franchise on Xbox. It always has been. And this is one of the most highly regarded, like the original Halo. I mean, I've got such nostalgia for it. I had an original Xbox. I played through the campaign with different friends, at home on split screen multiple times. It was just such a fun time. And it's just such a weird feeling to see this remade, but going to another platform. And it just...
See, this is why it all sounds too planned, like as though this has been planned for a while. Because it's strange that like all of a sudden like Gears is going to PlayStation, and they started with the first game again, and look, they're remastering the first Halo game, and that's going to other platforms.
Yeah.
So it's basically getting everyone in at the beginning of the franchises again.
Yeah. Instead of making new games, it's that old thing like what PlayStation's been doing, just remastering games over and over again.
If it was me, I would have remastered or redone Reach or ODST first. Possibly Reach, because that takes place before obviously the first Halo, and they've remastered Halo before, didn't they? They did like the 10-year anniversary or whatever it was.
Yeah, so they did the because I got that on the 360, the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, so have I, yeah.
And then they put it onto the Master Chief Collection as well. So I feel like it's been remastered at least twice in my mind, and now they're doing this remake. But I have a feeling that the plan is to remake all the games.
At least 3 of them, I'd say. I don't have to worry about 4 onwards, to be fair.
But obviously, this is just the campaign. There's no multiplayer.
Oh.
Yes,
that is weird.
Yes, that's what's
is
called.
Is that why it's called Campaign Evolved?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, there's no multiplayer at all. Which is strange. I have a feeling that they might be pushing Master Chief Collection to PlayStation in the future, or something, or just remake them and the next one will have the multiplayer. I don't know. That kind of feels like.
Do you think they're waiting to see how well it sells?
I think it will sell really well on PlayStation.
Test the water.
I think Gears of War didn't do very well on PlayStation.
I was just about to say
reasonably well, but then there's I've seen a lot of sort of different things about Gears. There's a lot of people saying like because of the sort of direction and way they took it with the changing and the lightning, it's actually changed the atmosphere of the game a little bit as well.
Yes,
seems more cartoony.
It didn't feel as dark and dank as like the original sort of thing.
I mean, Halo is a bigger franchise, isn't it, than Gears?
And this is the thing for me, like, in some ways I'm like, I could see this coming a mile away, but in other ways I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, Xbox? Like, you have given every Xbox console gamer no excuse to buy your next-gen system or to buy any further games on your platform. You know, might as well just all move to PlayStation and play all the games there. Like,
unless you've got a huge digital library, in which case you're going to want to take it with you somewhere. Well, but then again, you might be able to do that with... because obviously we'll get onto the console talk in a bit.
Yes.
But it seems to me like the system, like I guessed, is going to be kind of a premium thing for the people who want it.
Yeah,
and the other people are just going to either continue playing their games through the platforms that they possibly currently have now, because they've talked before about you basically streaming from the cloud onto your console.
Yeah, that sounds
and the
awful.
Cloud's going to do a lot of the grunt work.
Yeah, it's awful, mate. Awful.
And the stuff.
Frosty's favourite.
Or you could, or like I said before, like I've got like Xbox on my telly. I could sign into my account through my telly, and if I had Game Pass, like stream games through my TV with just a controller, Bluetooth or whatever. So you're going to have people do that, but it seems to me like they're moving down that route, and they'll make a premium product for the people that kind of want it, which I don't mind, to be fair.
Well, let's talk about it now then, since we're on the subject, and we'll get back to the other stuff in a bit. So, this news came out today, actually, that I saw about the rumours on the next-gen Xbox. Obviously, we saw the comments about the premium product, and there was already rumours going around about it being over £1,000. Some leaks, supposed leaks today. The next-gen Xbox is apparently going to be between $1,000 and $1,500 American.
Wow, like if it's $1,500, that's suicidal.
Well, listen to the rest of the info though, Darren. It's quite interesting. So obviously it's going to be very high-end hardware. There's going to be no paywalled multiplayer, so they're going to scrap you needing Game Pass to play online. Apparently, that would be a big leap, because that would be a huge saving. Because on Xbox, I don't really, because we don't get the free games anymore, do we? I think you get like a batch, where it's like I think Gears 5 and a few others, but you don't get like monthly games. Yeah.
That are handed to you like PlayStation and stuff.
But the other news I find quite interesting, it's going to offer a console user interface, but is a full Windows device. So the rumour is that this isn't actually an Xbox, it's a PC that sits under your TV.
isn't your mobile phone an Xbox now?
Well, apparently everything's an Xbox.
And the VCR under your telly and stuff, yeah.
But what gets even more interesting about this is it's going to offer access to your full Steam library as well. So it's not going to be an Xbox, it's going to be a PC, like a Steam machine that sits under your TV, so you're going to be able to play
it's
Xbox.
It's basically a console version of the Xbox ROG Ally or whatever it is they've just put out.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's not an Xbox, it's a Steam machine with access to Xbox games.
But it won't be Steam prices for games, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, no. But also, it's going to have full backwards compatibility with all Xbox games. So it sounds like an interesting piece of kit.
Only if it's got a disk drive will that actually be true.
It just sounds like, if the specs are right, I mean, for me, and I know I say I wouldn't buy another Xbox, but this would be a tempting proposition because I've been thinking about building a PC to put under my TV. But
there we go. Webby's changed his mind already.
Oh, no. I'm not saying I'm going to get it. But what I'm saying is...
Why would you buy another Xbox? Oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah, well, this is interesting because as a PC gamer, right? As a PC gamer with a huge Steam library, with... how many games have I got on here? Fucking nearly 1,000 games in my Steam library, right? This for PC gamers would be quite an interesting proposition to be playing games on your TV downstairs in your front room, you know? But I think for the average console gamer, this is a bit redonkulous. Like, if it's 1,500 quid, and the rumours are the PlayStation 6 is only going to be about 500, well, you're going to buy a PlayStation 6, aren't you? You know?
Well, I suppose if you're going down that route, but I did hear basically them talking specs wise or something where it was like the Xbox is going to be like the equivalent of a 5090, whereas the next PlayStation is going to be more of a 5070, like in the comparison of the differences between the two whatsits. But they'll do that, and then that PlayStation about 3 or 4 years later it's going to be like PS6 Pro.
Yeah, well, you know that happens every bloody generation.
But I actually think this could be a good idea for Microsoft because they know they're not selling the console numbers that they used to, and I don't think they ever think they'll get to that point. Their main thing now is software.
Yeah.
But they still obviously want to offer a premium product for the people that want it, and obviously they're not going to have to manufacture them in the millions upon millions like they would before.
Yeah.
Although I can guarantee you, probably the first lot of these new systems or whatever will sell out reasonably quickly, I can imagine.
But what I find...
Because you don't know how long they're going to do them for, do you? Especially if, they're launching a model and it's got a disk drive or something, and then there'll be a lot of people that'll be like, well, yeah, how long are they going to be doing the version with the disk drive? Quick, grab it before.
I can't see them doing a disk drive because they've already stopped making discs. I mean, I'm pretty much buying my games on PS5 now because they're not bringing them out on disc on Xbox. Loads of third-party ones are just not bothering. So the whole thing about it being
backwards compatible is bullshit then, because
I know, but they don't care, mate.
All of my games are on disc, so I wouldn't have anything that would be back compatible, so they're lying.
Well, it'd be back compatible on your digital library, won't it?
Yeah, but I don't have a digital library, so...
But I don't know. Plus, you say about the price, though. They've been talking for years. How do they get away with charging over £1,000 for the cheapest iPhone? Yet they were only ever charging $350, $400, whatever for consoles. And can you remember years ago, Webby, towards the end of 360 and start of Xbox One, they were doing this whole pay monthly thing for Xbox?
Yes.
I think that's what they want.
That, yeah, the subscription model.
Yeah, I think that's what they want. They always want subscriptions. That's why they got Game Pass. They'll want you to, I'm not spending that. Well, hang on. If that's only £30 a month and I get the console and Game Pass for 3 years or something, and we'd be like, brilliant. But then that after a year, they'll change what tier it is, like what they seem to keep doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, PlayStation will probably do the same thing. I don't think they'll be. To be honest, I don't think either of these rumours are true. I don't think they're going to charge that for it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future. But I think, what would be interesting, though, is if they offer in this Xbox/PC device, will they make the operating system available? Because then, like, potentially I could build, a PC to sit under my TV with this operating system that incorporates that, that Xbox UI and be able to play my Steam library.
You'd probably be able to do that anyway. I imagine you'd probably be able to do that anyway.
Yeah. Well, you could probably do it
if
now,
you want an Xbox UI, you just get a dashboard and you cover it in fucking advertisements and unwanted shit. And bingo, you've got like an Xbox dashboard.
Yeah. But no, I think... I just find, I just think it's a weird place that Xbox has pushed itself in. Obviously, this is all rumours, but it's like you're going for the premium end of the market. You've gone completely away from physical media. You're trying to push cloud. You're trying to push every device as a fucking Xbox. Like, it's just like from where Xbox began as this cool little system. And then, to where it is now, it's like the suits have taken over and they've just fucking ruined it,
Yes, Microsoft is a software company. If they could get out of hardware, they were always going to do it.
Mm.
It's just it's like a simple, I saw one the other day, like these adverts, like what these companies are doing. That's why they're not making new games and they're just doing remasters. It's because they don't care about us because we've already bought a console and bought stuff. They're assuming like every new customer doesn't have any Xbox games, so they'll have 5 years worth of games to play now. They don't care about us, Webby. They've got our money.
Yeah, true.
That's why PlayStation to a certain point as well. That this is probably for the amount of decent first-party games, this is definitely like the worst generation we've ever seen. I mean, we always see that old, the GTA meme where PS2 had 3 GTA games, and then GTA 5 has been on the next 3 PlayStations.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is what it is. Retro, that's the way to go, Webby.
Well, okay. Well, let's move on from this news anyway, because there's a few other things I wanted to mention. So this is another thing about Xbox, right? So they've come out and said, and I think this is fucking that just shows to me where their mentality is. Matt Booty, what a stupid name, says that Xbox's biggest competition isn't another console, but TikTok and movies. Like, what planet are they? Like, this is literally what they've said.
I can kind of understand what he's on about. Not necessarily movies, because the younger generation don't give a flying fuck about films and stuff anymore, it seems. But I think he's on about the fact of, like, generally we used to game and stuff in our spare time.
Yeah, that's what he means.
Whereas a lot of the younger generation now just watch complete and utter shit. Or just, like, little light clips to pass their time.
6-7.
Just as another sort of idea for that, like how many of us now will be at work and you're on your phone, and rather than playing like Snake or some little mobile game for sort of 5 or 10 minutes, you just sit and watch like a YouTube video or some video clips on like Xbox, sort of X or something.
No.
Don't do it. You're in the minority, mate.
Yeah, I know. Well,
and you work from home.
Well, yeah, so I don't even pick up my phone all day. I'm on my computer.
You're too busy playing actual video games.
I know. I
think we will get away with bringing a whole TV and a console into work. They may say something there. We have a little look at my work. So I've got like my phone on. I'm listening to like a YouTube podcast or a video or something in the background whilst I'm working. But yeah, cross the line if I bring in a full bloody console and TV.
Well, say that right. When I worked in the prison service on night shifts, I used to bring my Xbox 360 into work and plug it in and just play it all night to keep me awake.
Good old days.
Yeah, the good old days. But no, funny enough, I actually finished a game this afternoon. So, but I'll talk about that later. Just quickly, Twitch, we have CIY, Psy123 says, much love, guys. I've been listening to 360G some. I was maybe 14. Now I'm 28. Half of my life spent listening to you geezers. I feel so old right now.
I apologise for the taint. The mental taint.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. It's nice to hear from long-time listeners. Thank you. I don't know, man. I listen to podcasts and shit. Like, I go for a walk every day. I listen to a bit of Joe Rogan and that. But I've refused to fucking. I can't. I don't know. I think these short TikToks and shit like that, they just rot your brain, Peebs. So I refuse. Like, if I'm watching YouTube, like I watch YouTube on my tablet, but I'll watch like a 30-minute documentary or something like that. Something good for the mind. But I am in the minority, yes.
Well, I said this a while ago about why people youngsters aren't gaming as much, because their attention span has been ruined by apps like TikToks, 30-second, 60-second videos. They just don't. So I think that's what he means. I haven't read the whole thing, but maybe he heard what I said and he's just copied me. But
well, we've now gotten to the point where more people watch YouTube than terrestrial television
because YouTube is so much better,
especially children. The younger generation.
You just push a button and you get kind of access to content or content stuff that you kind of like or you're interested in. But yeah, unfortunately as well for kids. Yeah, for a lot of the younger generation as well. You've got all the streamers.
Yes.
That'll buy a game and they'll just watch them play that. They'll watch the streamers play the game rather than play it themselves.
Well, it's just like virtually going around your mate's house. Like when I was in my early teens, I'd go around my mate's house and watch him play like Mario on the 64. It's just
without the quick run home during the night, diving in and out of random people's gardens and bushes to avoid all the pissheads staggering out the nightclubs at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
it's just the next thing that's going to be the takeover. I mean, you imagine in the 90s they probably had, late 80s, especially 90s when PlayStation got big and games really went mainstream. We had the same people say, oh, these video games are going to rot our kids' brains sitting in the houses. We're not going to sell as many footballs and bicycles now because they're all just going to sit indoors. So it's the same sort of thing as that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
but I think it's worse now. But okay, next bit of news as well. There's been so much Xbox news. What's going on? The Xbox president has said exclusive games are antiquated. Do we agree with this? Do we agree with this?
No, exclusives sell consoles. We've basically already said that. The only people who generally get pissed off of exclusives, as far as I know, is people that want to play a game but can't because it's on a system they don't own.
Yeah.
That generally seems to be the people that are against exclusives.
What does antiquated mean?
Something old school, basically, stuck in the past.
But, I mean...
Like you, Nick.
Exactly. I'm from Norwich, mate. I'm still getting used to shillings and pence, mate. I can't be doing with this new stuff.
See, what I don't understand, I mean, it depends what type of game you are. I mean, I struggle to understand this because I've always been the type of gamer that will just buy a console for one or two games. But I know that's in the minority. But that proves to me that games are system sellers. Yeah? And that's always been the way, and it works so well.
It's weird that the company in last place is saying that exclusives are antiquated.
Yeah.
It seems like she's gaslighting everyone, trying to tell people the opposite of what is true. So living in their own reality.
Like we said before, if you go back in the day, you wouldn't necessarily just get exclusives for each system, and I'm talking a hell of a lot, like almost half the catalogue of some of the older console generations would be exclusive to that platform. But you'd also end up with like multiple different versions of the same game.
Yeah.
Where like the Dreamcast version would be different from the PS2 version, which would be different from the home computing version, which would be different from the handheld version.
Yeah.
So I think Xbox start losing money extremely bad. You wait for exclusives to come back.
I just find it like...
Well, yeah, but they can't afford to do it now. That's the thing that they've screwed up. They can't afford to have exclusives again, Xbox, because if they make something an exclusive to their platform, they haven't got the numbers of people there. And even when it comes to like an exclusive for, like, say you've got, I don't know, 80 million people own a PS5, say, they'll bring out a really good exclusive. If it does 10 million, that's really good numbers, but that's still only like a small percentage of your install base that own your system.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just, I don't know, like, I think Xbox buying out Activision Blizzard has just been such a negative force. Like, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's
hastened them. Yeah, it has hastened all this decision because people are like, that was a shitload of money they spent.
Yes. Was it like 80 billion?
Something? I thought it was like 44 billion or something like that. But
more than that, I think.
All of that's going out, and then like they're not getting much coming in, and you've got a lot of people obviously looking down at the Xbox team and going like, "Where's the results? Where's the money?"
Yeah. Well, when they bring it out,
obviously have a long plan. They're having to quickly like work shit out on the fly almost.
Yeah, it's like
to
when
try
they
and start getting some money back.
It's because all their exclusives have been flopped. They flopped hard. Like Redfall, as an example, was touted to be this big game, and that flopped. And so Starfield and various other games. You know, it's
Webby. Why did they flop?
Because they were rushed out and they came out broken. They were half-assed.
Yeah, but they would rather tell you the reason they don't want to do it is because they're not selling. The problem is the games are poor quality, and rather than admit that and say we need to make better exclusives, they'd rather not make any exclusives at all.
It's fucking mental, isn't it? Like, I just don't understand this mentality.
It's just short-term corporations only looking at the next 3 months of profits, basically, mate. Yeah. I mean, look, we talked about Sega when they pulled out of the console market, and then we had Sonic games on, Nintendo, and we're like, oh my God, what have we got? But that wasn't, like, they didn't, Sega didn't have a choice, did they? This is deliberate from Microsoft.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Okay, let me just get into my next bit from Microsoft as well.
Boring.
That's fucking so much news coming out of Microsoft at the minute. This was an interesting one I saw, actually. Microsoft is pushing for profits well above the industry average, and this is reportedly the reason behind Xbox layoff and cancellations. The layoffs and cancellations that been happening. So most games go for a 15% goal for profit margins. Microsoft is now telling Xbox they expect 30% profit margins from the games, which is...
See, how do they know how well a game is going to sell? That to me is almost that's like the back in the day of was it the Tomb Raider remakes or whatever it was that Square Enix put out, and they sold like millions of copies, and then Square Enix were like, oh, we wanted way more than that.
Oh no, yeah.
And you're like, well, how did you know until you actually put the game out?
I know.
Like, yeah, you can kind of put your toes in and test the water a little bit to see what kind of games people want, but you can't just throw something out there and go, this is going to sell bucket loads.
Yeah, but you say about that Tomb Raider, yeah, it's not even out yet. Oh, it's out last week. Because the first 3 remakes came out like last year, and they said no physical disc version, and then in October they released it on disc. So a lot of the hardcore fans, especially who would be buying those games, were like, fuck, so I paid for it digitally, I wanted it on disc because I was one of them.
Now
And
you
then
have to buy it twice.
Yeah, well, whereas this year I didn't buy it because fool me once, you know, shame on you and all that. So I've now waited to buy it on disc. So the 4, 5 and 6 didn't sell as well as last year's because of, well, that reason, as well as, you know, people are probably, I know a lot of people online are waiting for the physical versions, but they just read it, oh, see, what was the point of us doing it? It didn't sell as much as the last games, because they're just using the numbers to get the conclusions they want.
Yeah, there's no. Well, I was basically like having this conversation at work today with someone, sort of saying, isn't it weird that a lot of the games that are seeing tons and tons and tons of success this year that have actually come out, and even before, because he was talking about Baldur's Gate, because he started playing that, Baldur's Gate 3, were made by like passionate developers that loved the game and the product they were making, rather than corpos saying, make this, make that, sequel this, sequel that.
Yeah. 100% agree, mate, to be honest.
I mean, Nintendo will always, I imagine Nintendo can probably feel the fact of like, yeah, we should be selling X amount of copies of whatever it is they put out, because they usually like the huge stuff. Like, obviously, they expect a Mario to sell shitloads, and yeah, you would be surprised if a Mario game didn't sell.
Yeah,
but they don't spend as much development on.
No, they need
people.
to. Like all industries, like I've said this before, like the film industry, they just cut the spending. Like, where's the money going?
Yeah.
Like, there's films out there that cost apparently like $200 to $300 million.
That's
I don't
ridiculous.
see it on screen. I don't see where that money's gone.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, where the hell is the money going?
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of videos this week talking about the new Pokemon game and just how crap it is for how much it sells. I mean, I'm pretty sure they said that their budget for the newest Pokemon game was like less than 200 million, including like stuff like that. So it's like, but they sell 20-something million plus. So you see these other games. I'm pretty sure they said that the budget for the latest Pokemon game was like half of what Alan Wake 2 was.
Yeah.
Or was that me that's died?
I think you died.
Must have been you, Darren. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. It's fucking mental. Let's just go on to the next bit of news as well. Xbox again. Obviously, we had the news that they put up the prices of the consoles again, which is fucking insane, blah, blah, blah. But it's not just the consumers that are facing these price hikes. Devs are facing these price hikes.
Yeah, I saw this news as well.
Yeah, I was like, what? So Xbox has put the price up of the developer kits for, obviously, devs to make the games, which is just absolutely insane. So
You thought they'd be free, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, so the dev kits are going up from $1,500 per unit to $2,000. That's a huge increase. I just looked at this news and was like, fucking hell, they are...
I didn't even think devs would have to pay for it. I thought they would be given free and then they have to send them back when they're done.
Yeah.
And this is at a time when like tons and tons and tons of games are skipping that platform entirely.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, especially like if you're an indie dev or something, you know, that's a lot of money.
But I suppose you can obviously get the bonuses of having your games sort of get selected and be like chucked onto Game Pass or whatever. So you're kind of obviously making a nice chunk back there.
Yeah. I guess so, but yeah. Yeah. That's all my Xbox news for the week.
Thank Christ.
I know. That's been quite a lot there, to be honest. Other news, though, about other things. Did you know that PlayStation 2 is now celebrating its 25-year anniversary? 25
not
years.
surprising.
I feel so old. PlayStation 2, 25 years old.
Yeah, 2000, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Crazy. Do you want me to run down the top 10 selling games of all time on the PS2? Just for the laughs.
You can do, because a couple of them will be good and a few of them will be like really depressing.
Yeah, so number 10 is Madden NFL 2006. Number 9, Kingdom Hearts. Great game. Number 8, Madden NFL 2004.
What?
No, I know.
Are these going to be all Madden games?
No.
And stuff?
I'm so mad.
Or is there a Wayne Gretzky's hockey in there as well?
No. Number 7, Guitar Hero 2. Oh, I wish they'd make these games again, like the Guitar Heroes and rock bands and shit.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of saturated the market and overkilled it, didn't they? I think.
I think it'd be.
They will come back again, and they'll just go on a little hiatus and come back.
Yeah. Number 6, Madden NFL 2005. Number 5, Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. Great game. Number 4 was Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. Yeah, baby.
See, those games obviously used to sell shit. Like, I didn't know they used to sell that many. I know they was popular.
Yeah. Number 3, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
Number 2, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
San Andreas going to be number 1.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's your top 10. I just thought a little rundown would be quite interesting.
Totally understandable, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. And my last bit of news that I had, I probably missed a load of stuff, but there's only so many hours in the day. Battlefield 6, the Battle Royale mode has been announced. Coming tomorrow.
Oh, it's out tomorrow, is it?
28.
Time you listen to this, you'll probably be out.
Yes, because I'm going to do a very quick top and tail tomorrow morning and get this podcast out.
So you can't download it until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, though, apparently.
Well, the podcast?
No, Battlefield.
So, what time does it say?
Halls of Torment's out tomorrow as well, finally, on consoles.
Yeah, so EA has finally confirmed that a new Battle Royale, blah, blah, blah. It's known as Battlefield RedSec. 3 p.m. GMT, it's coming out on the 28th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not, they won't even put it on there to download until 9 in the morning. That's what it said on my website. So.
Oh, right, pre-download and all that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's not going to take, 6 hours to download, 250 gig or however much it's going to be, probably?
That'll take me 10 minutes, mate.
6 hours?
I'm on 70 meg.
I
can't get no faster.
Yeah.
I'm on dial-up.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting because I'm looking forward to that because obviously we haven't talked about our games played yet, but a big one that myself and Peebs have been playing is Battlefield, and I'm obviously loving it. Been looking forward to this new season because there's a new map for the normal multiplayer coming as well, and obviously this Battle Royale mode looks quite interesting. I didn't get in the test for this, so I'm quite keen to give it a bish bash bosh tomorrow.
Yeah, because it coincides with the Battle Pass, doesn't it? The new season.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Is this a lot? I take it this is like a freebie, like the COD one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a free Battle Royale, but I don't know how the pass is going to work. The Battle Pass.
They'll charge you for it still, regardless.
Yeah.
Like, you'll probably be able to earn whatever it is in the Battle Pass across all multiplayer modes. That's what the most sensible games companies do anyway.
Yeah, play it for 100 hours in a month or pay 20 quid for the Battle Pass upgrade.
It just makes sense because you open it up to as many of your player base as possible, so they're all more likely to buy it if you can earn the XP in whichever mode you want to play.
Yeah.
And the first skin you can unlock will be a unicorn. Hell yeah.
Imagine that. Oh my god.
Oh, mate, Webby, you'd never live it down, mate.
I'll be very upset. Mate, I tell you.
Did anyone see the Battlefield trailer with like the little sly dig at Call of Duty where they had the celebrities like Zac Efron, and they were going to parody, like, take the piss, because Call of Duty always used to do it with the celebrities. And they got them in, we're here to play Battlefield, and they just blowed them all up and killed them straight away. It was like a sly dig at COD.
It was a dig at COD, wasn't it?
The celebs must have enjoyed that, like, I don't know, a few grand for like 5 minutes work.
I expect they got more than that.
It looks very Warzone-y.
It's a rip-off of Warzone, isn't it, mate? Let's be real.
Yeah, I mean,
Is the Battle Royale fad going to die?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Never!
But I'm more excited for this new map and stuff in the camp, like not the campaign, in the normal multiplayer, because that new map looks really good. But no, this would be something different to check out. But from what Clarkey was saying to me, because he got into the closed beta of it, he said it was really fun, and the videos I've seen looks pretty good. So
there's definitely crossplay with everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, just out of curiosity, will this be different because of all the vehicles and stuff you can use? Because obviously I don't know if in COD you can fly choppers and get in tanks and all that kind of stuff, can you?
Cars, helicopters, no, I don't think so.
I don't think there's any flying.
It's destructible, though, isn't it? The Battle Royale is destructible, so I read today.
Oh, wicked.
Also, I get most of my gaming news now on TikTok.
Oh, fuck off.
Mate, algorithms it's full of gaming stuff, mate.
Ugh.
You'll be on it within 6 months, mate.
No, I won't go on that Chinese shite. No way. No fucking way, mate.
Or isn't it like, I know in America, isn't it like part government owned now or something? Like TikTok?
Webby 360G has taken on TikTok already.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, of course he has.
Is it? That's not me. Anyway, let's talk about games then. I just want to talk about Battlefield 6 because that's been the really big release in the last couple of weeks that I think a lot of us have been playing in the community. I've been having some really good times with people, actually getting full squads together, which has been really, really fun. And obviously, we all played the beta. Like, I loved the beta, put over 30 hours into that and was hyped for it, like the full game. And the full game, for me, anyway, hasn't disappointed at all on the multiplayer side of things. Campaign-wise is a little bit different, though, to be fair. What do you think, Peebs?
Well, I completed the campaign, probably 6 hours long. I think there's 9 missions. It's standard, like, Battlefield, COD type campaigns, I would say. It's not great. I completely, like I said, it took me about 6-7 hours. Did the collectibles and deleted it off the thing because you can. One good thing is it's a bit like COD, you can delete it.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think the campaigns for these games have kind of gotten worse since the game is now, you buy it for the multiplayer rather than the actual story, whereas I think when most of these games were popular back in the heyday, the campaign was the main thing and the multiplayer was like an addition.
I think the problem is the last, when 2042 came out and it didn't have a campaign, it got roasted by the media and online on socials because it was just multiplayer. So I think what EA wanted to do was just have a campaign in there so they didn't get any shit again.
Fair enough.
But it's a strange one because I think with this one, if they hadn't have had a campaign, I don't think there would have been the furore there was the last time. It's strange because I don't really see that many people raving about the campaign or go straight to the campaign. There's a lot of people who have not even completed the campaign.
Yeah,
so I don't really see what all the big hoo-ha was last time around. I don't get it.
No, I don't know either. But, you know, I mean, I've only done 2 missions of the campaign and I just think it's shite. So I haven't gone back to it, to be honest.
I think another reason people like a campaign for a game is it generally means the game will remain playable after the servers are off on the multi. If the game is just multi and the servers are off, dead.
Yeah. that is another reason, I guess. But multiplayer-wise, though, I think the game is fantastic. I mean, it can be a bit frustrating at times because you get the odd, like, I had a game today and I just seemed to not be getting any kills. Like, every time I went around a corner, someone was there and fucking blasted me. And I was thinking, how the fuck have you killed me so fast? But that's been the thing in multiplayer games since the dawn of multiplayer games, I think. But I really like how they seem to have gone back to those core Battlefield mechanics of you have your classes and they have their uses, and the maps are really well done, and I'm really enjoying the game modes. Like, obviously Conquest is my favourite, but they've got another mode which is like a variation of Conquest where the team that holds the most, like, it ticks down and then a capture point gets removed from the map and the teams get within, like, it goes to 3 bases, like 3 cap points, and then obviously whoever holds them the longest is the winner. I really like that mode. It's really good.
It pushes everyone more together towards the end of the game as well. It means everyone's not spread out.
Yeah. I will say, though, that I think there's only a few really big maps, and those are the ones I enjoy the most because you're more, you've got more chance to go to get in a vehicle and do some stuff. Whereas, like, there's a lot of smaller maps where it feels very, not COD-like, but just more, there's more action, if that makes sense. Yeah. But that's not a bad thing if you're into that. But I personally like Battlefield for those bigger maps and those other experiences. But I think they're all very well designed. Like, there's one, it's Manhattan Bridge map, and it just looks amazing. And it's just very well spaced out, I think. I mean, it's all city-based, so it is obviously very heavily on the infantry, but you can pilot a chopper, and I've quite enjoyed doing that as well. But yeah, I think there's a good variation in maps. I think there's a very good variation in game modes. You have the option of launching game modes where the weapons, the classes are locked to certain weapons as well, which gives it an extra Battlefield feeling as well. And those are the ones I like to play. So you haven't got a sniper guy running around with a fucking SMG and shit like that. It kind of keeps them to their weapons, which I really like. The graphics are amazing. It's very fast and fluid. Obviously, you got your good and your bad games, but I feel that from my time with it, I put about 30 odd hours into it now. Most of the time, and I'm not saying this is all the time, but most of the time when I'm in a match, I feel like the teams work together quite well because you've got your squad leader and they mark up the objective you're going to go to. And this doesn't happen in every match, but a majority of the matches I'm in, I do find that medics do actually work as medics and they do revive you. Obviously, you do get the odd match where no one is fucking reviving and it's annoying. Like, you'll have a medic standing on your head and you're like, revive me, come on. And they just run off and you're like, it really makes you angry.
Sure. I used to play Battlefield as a support, and I'd find I'd get way more XP and stuff being a support.
It is one of the better ones to get XP, isn't it? I think that's the noob class, really. If you want to try and rank up and get XP and stuff, that is the one to go for.
Yeah,
because you just keep chucking your packs down, don't you, and go around resin as well as killing.
Yeah. But I like to be an engineer because I like to have the mines to chuck down, and I like to have my RPG to take tanks out, even though tanks take quite a few rockets to be destroyed, which is a little bit annoying, whereas a mine will destroy it, which makes no fucking sense, or 1C4 will destroy it, and you're like, hang on a minute, my RPG should be taking this fucker out, and at least just two shots or whatever. That's a little bit of an annoyance. And then you get some maps, like the map I'm streaming at the minute, if you're watching Twitch, I forget the name of it, but it's in a desert and there's a few high buildings, and you'll get like people just nicking a chopper and then parachuting out of it onto the top of this really tall building and then putting a spawn beacon on there, and they'll just be sniping the whole fucking match.
Fiddlers on the roof, mate.
Yeah, and it's really annoying because it can pretty much see the whole map from this one building. And that gets a little bit annoying sometimes. But apart from those small annoyances, I think the game. I think it's the best Battlefield game we've had in years. It's just so much fun. The crossplay works really well. I've been playing with loads of people in the Discord, obviously Peebs as well, and it's been a really good time, man. Really good time. It's definitely been one of my highlights.
Days was the servers all okay? Easy to get a game?
I have no idea. I was in Scotland at the time, mate.
Yeah, I didn't. I played it on launch day. Had no real issues. There's a few little bugs here and there. There's like when you play with. I've played with Clarky quite a few times, and obviously he's on Xbox. I'm on PlayStation, and when we've done a game, it's happened with you as well, Webby. When it won't pull us all through to the next game, it's kicked one of us out. Generally, Clarky. So I don't know whether it's his internet connection. So I don't know if you can really blame the game solely for that. But there's other bits like when you go to your spawn and you're trying to pick a teammate to spawn on, it angles off to the left, doesn't it, or to down. The screen goes haywire a bit. But I'm hoping tomorrow with this, when they release the season and the Battle Royale, that it's going to have a pat. They're going to update everything and iron out a few little issues here and there. But as a whole, I've had no issues with it at all. Straight into games. Loving it. Like Webby said, the graphics,
good, yeah.
Excellent, mate. It's really good.
That hampered.
Yeah. No, I've never queued up for games at all. As soon as you finish the game, sometimes it goes too quick because I'm trying to look at all my unlocks and stuff, and then before I know it, I'm still reading my unlocks and stuff, and it's gone into the next game.
Yeah, and so, like I feel, I don't know if you get this feeling, Peebs. It's like, because like EA went kind of weird for a while, and they weren't really listening to the players, and the games were coming out really shite. It just feels like DICE have spent a lot of time listening to the fans, what us fans want, and they've put some passion into the game again. They've really listened,
yeah,
and they've put in what we want in a Battlefield game again, and it just feels like, to me, I get that feeling of playing Battlefield 3 again. Like it's just works so well. I'm just really enjoying the experience.
Yeah, I think it's one of the most realistic. Like when you're running around and there's explosions going off everywhere and tanks, it's one of the most realistic. I mean, like I haven't played some of the ones that you've played, Webby, like the Armour Reforge or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I know this is still sort of arcadey, but it's still really realistic as well, I find.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that you can destroy buildings. Obviously, not every wall can be destroyed, but that in itself adds an extra dimension. Like if someone's camping and they're taking pot shots at you, I take out my RPG and blow the fucking wall up, and then they're like just standing there, and then I'm like popping with me SMG or whatever, and that's quite satisfying. Or you'll be running down the map, and then all of a sudden this chopper in flames just comes out of the sky and blows up in front of you, and the sound in your headphones, and you're like, fucking hell, this is mental, and there's a tank to your side, and you're like, fucking hell. It just feels like chaos, but in a cool way, Yeah, so good. Question from Sai123 says that he's heard that there's been lots of bots in Battlefield 6. He says, do we miss the server browser? I've only ever entered one game where there's been bots in, like every other game's had players. A server browser, no, I'm not that bothered about the server browser either, really, like on a personal level, because I think it does quite a good job of just searching for games and putting you in full games anyway. I think
I did like the old days, though, when you'd search for a game type and then you'd search the servers, and then there'd be like a little indicator to show you the strength of the connection of that server you're trying to connect to. So you kind of have more of an idea.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think what it does is because I joined Turner this week when he was playing, and obviously he's in Australia, mate. My ping was terrible. So it puts you in the server location, like when you're searching like as a leader on your closest place. It was pretty unplayable with Turner, so I had to stop playing after 10 minutes because with him, because it was just, the ping was so bad. So I think it does quite a good job, to be honest. I'm not sure I've not tried Portal yet. I think that I don't know if that's server browsers or not. I don't know. So I've just been enjoying just playing the main game modes because there's plenty to choose from. So, yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good. This is, I'm going to be playing this for quite a while, I think. It's weird because like normally with multiplayer games, we were talking about this week, weren't we, Peebs? You know, we were both saying, like, even when there's no one else online, we're quite happy just to log on and play some multiplayer games on our own. Just join random squads and that. And there's very few games I've been able to do that with in the last 5-10 years, really. I like to just see if people are online. And it's just quite nice to have a multiplayer game that's so fun that you're just quite happy to just to hop on your own as well. So, yeah, for sure. I take it, Nick and Darren, you haven't picked this up, have you?
I've got so much to play at the moment.
Oh, no, you have. You keep buying everything.
It's been like a pretty good damn year for game releases. I think it's been one of the better ones in recent years for me.
Yeah.
Kind of for like third party and sort of decent middle, but first party, not very many good ones.
No, I agree.
But yeah, I wasn't going to buy. I'm going to try the free one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, a lot of these games, especially when they're like community driven, it's like you pay for it, and it's like, oh, I'll play with like you lot, and then like an hour, and I can't get it to work because I'm a fucking idiot and stuff like that, and then move on to the next game. Like, what was you playing at the start of the year, which has sort of died a death now?
Well, Armour Reforger.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I was playing that last week. But I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's like Division. Like I bought all the Division stuff, and I think I've played maybe 4 or 5 hours max of Division 2.
I think it's hard. I think it's hard when your times don't match up, though.
Yeah.
I get that.
I think this has got legs, though. This one. I mean, Division's slightly different because it's more of a. I know it's sort of co-op, but it's more of still a campaign type thing. Whereas this is more like I honestly do think this has got legs, especially if this battle royale takes off as well.
Yeah, it gives you just more options of game modes to play, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Plus, I haven't got like any online like subs at the moment, like Gold or PS Plus or nothing. So I mean, I assume that the battle royale, whatever it's called, is free, like Fortnite and stuff like that. Which, if not, I'll just play it on PC. Well, I assume it is, because if all the others are free, like Fortnite, Warzone and all that, Apex, if this isn't free, then what's the point of releasing it?
I thought,
I think the Battle Royale is free.
Is it? I don't know, because don't you need Gold or Game Pass or whatever, like, to play Fortnite online, or do you not? No? Oh,
No.
okay.
No, they changed that,
They changed that a few years ago, because to pay to get onto a game where they want you to pay more, if you see what I mean. So I think that's why they did it.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
I think Fortnite was the first, and then I think Apex copied, and then when Warzone came out, that was always free.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay, well, that's Battlefield anyway. Like, we are loving it. And Nick, I think if you did pick it up, I don't think you'd have a struggle finding people to play with.
I'm going to get the free one tomorrow.
I think there's people even playing it right now, this evening. I had some messages from people in the group, in the Discord group.
Maybe if I play it, I will finally be able to kill someone.
Good luck.
Well, I've got St. Adams playing Battlefield 6, and we've got Graham playing Power Wash Simulator 2.
Yeah, well, that just hit Game Pass this week. Didn't it? I think he's actually bought that, but he's bought that on PlayStation.
Yeah, because everyone's going over to PlayStation now.
They are, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah.
He was a big fan of the first, wasn't he?
I bought 2, like, third-party games that I would normally buy on Xbox. I bought them on PlayStation this week.
Wow.
Because, well, you just can't find them. Can't find them physically. Like even the older games, like I said to you, Webby, you know the Pirate Yakuza game?
Yeah, so
just
good.
can't find it physically anywhere.
Yeah, well, I'm planning on
the Dragon Pirate in Hawaii or whatever it is.
Yeah, can't find it anywhere on Xbox.
That's because I
Only
don't
on
think,
PlayStation.
I think they only did it digital.
Came out. Yeah, most of the Yakuza games and a majority of the sort of like Japanese developed games on PlayStation, Xbox don't have physicals.
Yeah,
it's almost as if they kept releasing all those all the Yakuza games on Game Pass digitally, so nobody bothered to buy them physically because they knew they'd end up on Game Pass, so they didn't bother bringing them out physical.
Well, I plan on buying
they
a few
generally
games.
don't, even in their home country. When I went to Yodobashi Camera in Akihabara, or Yodobashi or whatever it is, the Xbox section up there was like maybe one physical game, and the rest of it was all Game Pass stuff and digital codes and like controllers and things.
Wow.
Like I think in most places abroad, it's sort of pretty much pushed as a Game Pass system. It's kind of a Game Pass digital machine.
Yeah. That's what's happening. I mean, not to get into more news, Webby, because I don't know if you did it, like a lot of the American companies like Target are stopping selling Xbox consoles now as well.
Yeah, we touched on that actually before we went away on our little break. So
yeah, well, I didn't know if that was just before that, but
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's like I'm even at that point, as I said, like I'm not buying any more games on the Xbox. Like I'm planning on getting Lego Party and Sonic Cross Worlds on the PS5 in the next month or so for Christmas presents and things for the kids. So sorry, Xbox, sad times.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a shit, do they?
That's what I mean. They're not bothered about your loyalty, so why should we be loyal to them?
That's it.
Yeah, but if in 3 years or 5 years' time Game Pass has just completely died and they're losing money, they'll try and backtrack. But like they did, like over the years with the TV, always online, everything they've done greedily, they've said sorry and backtrack. But I don't think there's no coming back from that, is there?
No. Big hello to Kalo Kagafia. Hope you're doing well. He used to play Final Fantasy 14 with us, I believe, Darren. Yeah, he's big into Battlefield as well at the minute. I've seen him playing a lot. I've seen him putting a lot of hours in. Yes. Good man. Nice to see you. Anyway, I think that's enough talking about Battlefield this week anyway, because we're probably going to be talking about it quite heavily next week as well. Nick, talk to us about something you've played.
Well, Peebs was next.
No, me and Peebs talked about Battlefield, so she'll go.
Right, I finally finished a game that's took me, a year and a half since it came out again, but probably nearly 30 years since it came out on N64. Finally finished Goldeneye.
Jeez, that's taking you some time, mate.
Oh, no, it's because it frustrated the hell out of me, mate, because, I mean, games aren't like that now, where you just keep dying and just keep replaying the same bit over and over again, which I know that's just how it was back then, and playing some of the older games, even like a couple of years ago when they did the Time Splitters on Xbox, didn't they? The HD remaster or whatever they were, or just up-resed, whatever. But a few of the missions were just doing my fucking head in, to be honest, with the bad AI. And like Natalia just kept dying. I think there was like 3 or 4 levels from the end, which is notoriously one of the harder levels. Even on easy, some of these are difficult. Because like I say, you don't just run and gun like COD, checkpoint, kill everything. You have to do all the different missions and stuff like that. And I was like, I get there, this is perfect, right? And then just... don't die, Natalia, don't die. And then all of a sudden someone turn up and I'm shooting at them. And the shooting's always been a bit iffy on this version, like, because obviously with N64, it's kind of like you hold a button and you get the crosshairs come up. If not, you just sort of aim, and it's a bit like, Doom, where it would almost auto-aim if you pushed it slightly towards them. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's not the best and you'd miss them and stuff like that. But like I said, I finally went through, I finished the game. So I killed Sean Bean at the end, throwing him off the satellite, which is really good. And the only thing is, though, even though I've finished it, I'm out with something where you haven't really finished it, because you have to complete it on like medium difficulty and like 00 Agent, which is like like Halo Legendary. Because if you complete it on all the difficulty levels, you get like another 2 missions at the end. But I'm not doing that. I've seen the credits, and that's nothing to do with the actual movie or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just a couple of weird levels. One where you fight someone with like a golden gun. So I just looked up on YouTube.
Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, it's a decent game, and it looks like crap. I wish I'd have played that version you played, though, Webby, the HD one that they know. I just can't believe these companies can't, especially when the game is made.
Yeah.
Between Nintendo and Xbox and all the different companies were just like, well, we've made the game, it's just sitting there, it's been released online, just put it out there. And they just can't, can they? They can't get along.
Right.
And then a year later, you've got Gears of War coming out on PlayStation and bloody and all that. Did this actually come out on PlayStation, or was it just Xbox and Nintendo?
I'm not sure. I think it might have just been Xbox and Nintendo, to be honest, because it's Rare, isn't it?
Yeah, because that was on the Rare Replay. Because like I said, they give it to me because I had Rare Replay as well, which is nice. But yeah, it's a decent game. I mean, I think between this and then a bit later, Halo, it just showed you that you could get first-person games on consoles. So even though it's aged a bit, it's still a decent game, an important game.
Aged a bit, it's shite.
I know. Like some other games, I feel like, oh my god, and like your brain thinks it's not as bad as that.
Yeah, you need to play the 360 remake that they never released. I've got
that's what I was talking about.
PC, mate.
Yeah, that's what I was literally talking about.
Yeah, it's good.
But I mean, like I said, it's decent, but I mean, it's the only game I've got on my N64 because that's the bundle I've got with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also I think there's a documentary out on Goldeneye, the game, how they made it. I don't know if it's on. I think it was on Amazon Prime. I mean, you can find it fair enough anywhere, like pirate or whatever if you can't find it. But it's pretty decent, like how they made it, and because it came out like almost 2 years after the movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because I think they had like problems and stuff like that, and it's just really interesting because you wouldn't get that now. I mean, you get games delayed, but it's also like they added multiplayer in for like 2-3 weeks before the game came out, and they went, "Oh, let's just bang this multiplayer in," and they're like, "Oh, no one's going to play multiplayer. Why bother? Oh, bang it in. Who cares?" And then it was just everyone was playing it. I mean, I was just saying, even back then, you had like the execs and the corporate saying, "Who wants to play multiplayer Goldeneye?" Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Same as these people. Who wants exclusives? It's just. But that's good. I've finished and I've deleted off my hard drive. And maybe one day I'll finish Mario 64 as well, but I doubt it.
Well, there we go.
I got halfway through that on DS. I couldn't get any more.
Good times.
Yep.
Nick's Retro Hour. Thank you very much. Darren, with your gimpy arm, you've been able to play anything?
Quite a few things, to be honest, considering it has been 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Since before, so I've got a few things to talk about. But I might as well start off talking about my new sort of go-to game that I've had so much fun with over the last week.
Yeah.
And that's Bollocks Pit.
Oh,
Bollocks Pit.
yes.
Or Ball Pit, as it's known. This, again, is just one of those games that takes you back to a simpler era of gaming, and it's just so much fun to play. And very kind of addictive as well, I would say.
Yes.
So did you pick this up through Game Pass? Because this is available through Game Pass.
Yeah, I've played it for about an hour on Game Pass.
Right.
And It reminds me, is this the right name, of Arkanoid? We have the little, where you put it pings the ball up and you have the little thing at the
like
bottom.
Breakout. Yeah.
Yes. It's like that.
Breakout, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the game where you've got the ball and you knock it up to smash down the rows of the
of the colours,
the bricks, or brick breaker. It's a brick breaker, basically. So mix brick breaker with Vampire Survivors and like a weird create your own village kind of management game.
Yeah, that is odd, isn't it? Yeah.
And I literally stuck this on, I think it was the other day, and thought to myself, like, yeah, I'll play this for a couple of games today, and then I'll stick something else on. And before I'd known, I'd put over 6 hours into it that day.
Wow. It has got its hooks into you then.
Very simplistic. I haven't played it yet in like the HD style, because there's 2 visual styles, isn't there? I've just kept it in the pixel.
Oh, I've only got it. I mean, I didn't even know there was 2 visual styles. I just played it in whatever it was in.
Yeah, I think that's what it starts off. I think there is like a hardened version, so it's not pixeled.
Right. Oh,
kind of thing. At least I'm pretty sure there is. I haven't really looked for it since. I think it came up when I first started the game. But yeah, you basically, you're a citizen of like some area, and Babylon fell and has created this giant pit. And you just go in and do runs with various characters that you'll unlock through playing the game. Of basically this a really addictive breakout type of game with multiple sort of power-ups and things that you can pick and select from.
Yes.
Just Nintendo's.
No, it's on everything. It's on PlayStation. I've got it on PlayStation. There's only one other person on my leaderboard on PlayStation, I think, when I've looked at it. Mainly knowing of it through Game Pass, and because another game that I've been watching people play that looked really fun called Mega Bonk. It's just a PC game though at the moment, so it's just like I was craving something of that ilk again.
Yeah.
And I literally watched, I think, a streamer play this for like 10 minutes, and straight away I was like, I want this. Like, the gameplay looks amazingly fun. The sound effects are great as well, I think, with it. The music is really good in places.
Well, what I quite like about it is I haven't obviously played it as much as you, but there you can press, I think it's Y on the controller, and it auto fires, so then it slows you down a tiny bit.
I generally always have it on auto fire, to be honest.
Yeah. So basically you just kind of like angling your bullets, so you're like so they're bouncing off as many enemies as possible. Yeah, you want to
get them up behind the back of them, really, don't you? You want it to bounce around, because that's when you'll get like your special effects kick off.
Yes, right, yeah.
And stuff.
How much is this?
It's like £11 or something.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
This is the kind of game that I think Dan would love on his trips to work on the Switch.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can just play a run or whatnot. But yeah, your main idea is you go through, you play a run. On your first way through a certain levels, as you unlock them, you'll unlock blueprints for completing like the mini bosses. So there's a mini boss, a second mini boss, and then an end boss. And a run usually lasts around 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
If you can get all the way there. And you're unlocking blueprints, which for a little sort of building area where you can build your town. So you can plant like crops down, because you need the crops to build the buildings with materials like wood and stone, etc. But when you create these buildings and stuff, you have a mode where the characters that you own become like balls that you then flick off of those buildings to collect things from them. And you get to do this like once every X amount of minutes or once per run. And by doing those, you'll unlock other buildings that you can build that will permanently increase stats, like crit chance, unlock new characters, unlock, like you'll level up better in a certain statistic better when you actually sort of level, which means you've got like a constant slight power creep, but you can still get runs that go incredibly wrong. And the other thing that I find really interesting about this, in a way, is the fact that with a lot of the other games, like your Vampire Survivors and some of those, I haven't played too many of the newer ones. The character you pick, it just generally donates their starting weapon.
Okay.
Like what weapon they start with. But each character in this that I've played plays differently from the next. So the main guy you start with, the warrior, who has the bleeding damage, he's like your Bob Basic character. And then every other character you'll unlock from there has some sort of quirk or ability. So I'll give you a hint. There's a character that's two characters in one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And they fire in like the exact opposite direction of where you're aiming, like the alternate version. So it's like mirrored. Sounds OP, but again, they do half damage because there's two of them. There's another character who's like the thief. I think he's called Shadow or something. He fires his balls from the back of the field. You're aiming at the back, so it's kind of reversed.
Oh, okay. That's a bit odd. Okay.
Which sounds good, but unless you've got the DPS, you're not going to be able to hammer through those back rows to get to the front rows that are getting close to you.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
So there's a lot of tactical ploy. There's because there's times when you can pick up power-ups in the game, like there's one called the Invisible Cloak, which basically means your balls will pass through all the balls to get to the back of the field, and they'll bounce around the back of the field until they get back down, which the first few times you pick that, if you haven't got the right balls, all of a sudden you realise all of your balls are gone and they're all just bouncing around the top of the field and they're not coming back to you, so you can't actually do any attacking to the stuff that's close.
And what's about
there's
this,
also another character that picks his upgrades automatically, so you don't actually even get to pick the character. All you do is move him around. He'll upgrade himself, like in the way he wants. And it's you can sometimes be like, yeah, nice choice, mate. No, I haven't got the damage.
Yeah, because the way the upgrades is weird. Like when you're playing, it's all about these fusions, isn't it?
Yes. So I didn't realise I was fusing all the balls I could get. So your balls and your passives will get to level 3 each. And once two balls have reached level 3, you can fuse them. I think you can basically fuse almost any ball together. But what you kind of want is to find the balls that work in unison that you can evolve. So when you evolve them, they become a completely new ball.
Oh, okay.
So you can get like a radiation beam, and there was one I got earlier which was freaking awesome. It was like basically like where I launched my balls. Whenever it hit, it split into two.
Oh, nice.
And I was using a character that's basically like the Breakout. He's got a big shield in front of him. And if you bounce the balls that come back at you off of the shield, they ricochet off and do even more damage. Like I was hitting for like almost 2,000 damage.
Nice.
On some of the hits with that guy, and I was like having the balls just flying all over the place. There's another weird character I used which doesn't have any mini balls. So the only balls they have are the special balls, because obviously you fire out mini balls as well, don't you? As well, to obviously keep damage up.
Yeah.
And I managed to get through an entire level with her to the boss, but I was just like, the boss isn't going down, because unfortunately the balls I'd chosen, none of them had passed through. Because a lot of the enemies, like as you progress through the game, some of them have shields at like the front, the sides. So you have to hit them from a certain angle to obviously deal them damage. Or like certain bosses are only vulnerable from certain angles. And you need some of those pass-through balls to just melt through them.
Yeah, because basically the way it works, I found, Darren, correct me if I'm wrong, is like when the enemies or whatever get to the bottom, like next to you, they attack you, and that's when you lose your health.
Yes. But you can even get passives that basically reduce the chance of you getting hit. Like it increases your dodge chance, and there's certain skills where when an enemy's been hit with a debuff, it's got a 50% chance of missing its attack.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, the evolutions, which unlock the new balls, you can fuse evolutions as well. There's, like I'll say, every time I've played it, I'll see like a new wacky build, and it's just such a fun, addictive sort of game. And I've enjoyed watching other people playing it as well, because everyone plays it slightly differently. Because I think it's a roguelite.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure every run you go into is just generated for that run. Like, they're not the same.
Yeah.
Because there have been certain times when I've been like, holy shit, they're chucking 3 of them at me. Like, I'm pretty sure I've never seen 3 of those big units.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, it's mainly like if you're struggling, it's generally down to knowing about what to evolve and what to test around with, and to try and keep yourself having as many balls, like main special balls, as possible, because they're the things that do the actual real damage.
Yeah. So I think this would be a perfect handheld game, to be honest.
Oh, it is. It is. If anyone's got like a Switch or something, like, I'd imagine this could possibly come to like phones and stuff at some point, because you are just basically aiming a cursor about, aren't you? It's not. I suppose moving your character, that could be dodgy. I will say one of the things that does kind of make it a bit easier is one of the options I do suggest turning on is turn on your hitbox.
Okay.
So you can actually see the hitbox of your character. You know, like, because there are parts of the game where it gets like a bullet hell.
Yeah, that's right.
Where you're dodging a lot of like shit going on from like bosses and stuff. It's nice to know where the actual hitbox is on your character and how to move around to try and avoid some of the hits.
Okay.
Which makes it even worse when you're using like the cohabitants and you've got 2 hitboxes. It's like, no. I will say there is also something. No, you know, I'm not going to spoil it, but there seems to be a lot of things you can build. I've built things that make runs completely different for me and stuff as well now, like way more options and things.
There you go, Peebs. Pick up on your PlayStation, mate.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
If you like, did you play Vampire Survivors?
Yes, I did.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I did like it. Although it was quite confusing on what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, generally, you just like picking power-ups every time you level. You're just basically trying to hit your ball into things, pick up the gems that drop to level you up. And obviously pick up the glowing orbs, which can either give you bunches of level ups. I think you can have up to 5 level ups if you're lucky out of one of them, or unlock a fusion or an evolution. But I will say evolution over fusion first.
I'm confused
already.
That.
Because it's basically when you fuse something, it's like the same properties of both things become one.
Yeah.
And then it's also, by fusing it, you've used one of your main ball slots, so you then get to choose another one. And you can double stuff up as well. So even if you've got like a ball with poison and stuff on it, you can still pick poison again as your next ball if it comes up to like multiply that damage.
Yeah.
There's vertical lasers, horizontal lasers, beams, leeches, like weird insect things that you throw at things, mosquitoes you can create. Okay. There was like one that curse is a great one. So you can curse enemies, and then like after X amount of hits, they just take a shitload of damage, which usually just offs them. And I like the way as well that everything that is affecting the enemies is displayed to you, so you can understand what's going on.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's
obviously
an interesting
you can tell when an enemy's frozen. Yeah, it's just so much fun to it. And you just think this is a simple game made by like one guy and a team of like 4 or 5 people or something.
It's an interesting concept for sure, man, on the old Brick Breaker thing, you know, with all the buffs and things. I think it's very well done.
It combines just a lot of elements into something like really quite unique and definitely fun and well made.
Yeah.
And I imagine they will probably add content to it because I believe it's done reasonably well.
Yes.
I think it's like at 95 positive on Steam, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very positive. It's just, and this is one of the things.
It just hasn't been particularly advertised. I think if you haven't seen like some of the top streamers trying it out or playing it, or so it is advertised on the Xbox dashboard, but I don't think I've seen it advertised on like PlayStation. And like most people I've spoken to. Yeah, most people I've spoken to is like, I've never heard of that, mate. And I was like, check it out. And he's like, man, that looks really cool. Pity I'm playing this at the moment, but I'll keep that on my wish list.
Yeah.
So yeah, highly, highly recommend this. It's like this year's been mad to the fact where like I get. You sort of almost start getting towards the end of the year, starting to think about like what are the best games I've played this year, and you're like, yeah, it's those ones. It's going to be those ones.
Yeah.
And then every now and again, a game comes in and it's like, excuse me, I'm here as well.
And this has got online leaderboards.
Yeah.
But if you're set to private Switch, we'll always be able to see them.
I believe so. Am I still set to private?
Yeah.
Private and offline for nearly 2 years or something, yeah.
Offline, can't compare trophies. Gone proper rogue.
He hasn't he?
Shadow Convent.
All right, cool. I'm going to talk about a game I finished today. Finally, taking me fucking ages to finish this game. Cronos: The New Dawn. Finally finished it. I actually
wasn't liking it, was you?
Well, I think because I just come off Hell Is Us, and that was such a great game, man. And obviously it was another horror type game. Going straight into another horror scary type game just probably wasn't the right move for me to do. Because obviously having a big break from it, going away and all that, I thought I need to finish this because I kind of like I've been dipping into multiple games. I'm like, I need to finish another game because I really want to get into something else afterwards. Because I've got multiple games that I haven't started yet, like Dying Light, The Beast, Trails in the Sky, and Silent Hill F. Still yet to play them, so I kind of like, right, and I've said to myself, I want to finish this before I start one of them. So I thought I'm going to finish it, and I tell you what, I got to like this, because like initially I was playing it, I was thinking, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. And then you only kind of really start to figure out the premise towards the end of the game. Like, I suppose if you're smarter than me, you might have figured it out earlier. And I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say that time travel is involved in this. It's really weird, but the overarching story is like not what I thought it was, which is pretty cool. I will say that if you are into Dead Space type games, you will really enjoy this because it has some of those similar movements. You know, it's a third-person shooter. You've got all your upgrades on your weapons. There is a lot of, like, there's multiple bosses. There's a lot of quite tough sections. Your ammo is limited. You can obviously upgrade the weapons, but you've got to collect the cores and other various upgrade things throughout the game. But, yeah, I actually thought it was decent. I wouldn't go and say, oh yeah, it's a 10 out of 10, amazing game, you need to buy it now, but I thought it was a good game, you know. So I would say if it's in a sale, I definitely recommend you pick it up, but only in a sale, because there was quite a few frustrating points in the game where I died multiple times and going back to the starting again from the checkpoint. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. But graphics are amazing. As I say, the story does pick up towards the end. Bit fucking weird. All the areas in the game are pretty well done. The only thing, I think one of the things that lets it down, well, there's a few things that do let it down though, and one of them is it does get really hard in places, even on Nubenstein. As a Nubenstein, as myself. But also there's quite a repetitive nature in the game. There's a lot of backtracking through areas and just kind of filler. I think I touched on this before. Like, there's a few sections of the game which are pretty much exactly the same, where it's basically you need to get a tram to go to another section of the game. But every time there's a tram section, you got to go through this fucking annoying arsing around of powering it up, and it's always 2 switches you got to power up, and they're really far away from each other. You got to go through waves of fucking enemies to do it, and then there's always, and for the main game as well, it's always, oh, there's a door, oh, it's locked, oh, I need to find a key or solve a puzzle. Then you're spending the next 2 or 3 hours finding the fucking things to open this annoying door. So, you know, it's not a perfect game by any means, but it is still a fun game to play if you can look past those things, if that makes sense. So that's what I would say. Yeah, get it in a sale. I wouldn't be happy paying full price for it. But yeah, it was an okay experience. I think you've played it, Darren, haven't you?
Cronos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one I'm meaning to go back to.
Yeah. I don't think any
Waiting for the moment.
Nick or Peebs haven't played it yet.
No, it's definitely on my radar. I want to pick it up, but there's so much to play at the minute. I'm going to wait probably next year, and then maybe a price drop.
Yeah, and
we'll see how the Black Friday stuff is going to do.
Yeah.
I'll definitely pick it up. I'm definitely interested in it. Just like some of the bits you put me off a little bit, Webby, with that I have heard from numerous people. There's a couple of lads at work who've played it.
Yeah,
they've not even finished it because they've not gone back to it because of the ammo situation, and it's a bit tricky. So, but for watching the Twitch stream, watching it now, it's right up my street. I like the look of it.
Yeah. I mean, the graphics are so stunning, and as I say, like, I know you enjoy your Dead Space type games as well, so I definitely think that it's one that you'd enjoy. But I just think it's just got a few things that let it down, so it's not like a must buy now, if that makes sense. So,
no.
Yeah, I just think like there's been so many good games this year, as Darren touched on earlier. It's really hard to recommend a kind of an average game at full price when there's so many good games out there. So, yeah.
For the other scary, weird one you were playing, though,
Hell is Us. Yeah, if I had a choice, I'd definitely play Hell is Us over this, 100%. It's just such a great experience. Was Hell is Us. It's definitely up there on my list this year of games. Not giving a spoiler of my game of the years, but it's definitely up there. Yes. So yeah, that's Cronos. I'm glad I got it finished, and now I can start something else. Probably not. I'm probably going to leave the scary games alone for a while. So I think Silent Hill and Dying Light are going to have to wait, so I might go on to Trails in the Sky as my next single player game.
I was going to say, what's your next game?
Well, Trails in the Sky probably because it's like, so just a little bit of touching on it. I actually did start it before I went on holiday, but only the prologue area. Now this franchise is renowned as one of the best JRPG franchises ever, and this is actually a remake of the original game. So they're going for a remake in them all now because they did come out many years ago on like the PSP and shit like that as well. So they've revamped it completely. And what I've played of the prologue, I've really liked. And I'm tired. Fucking D-Twin has finished it as well in the last week or so, and obviously he's a big RPG guy like myself, and he said, you've got to play it, Webby. I fucking loved it. I can't wait for them to remake the second one, blah, blah, blah. So that's probably going to be my next game, to be honest. Not a Peebs game at all.
No.
Definitely a Webby and Darren game. Yes. So that's probably where I'm going to go next with my single-player gaming. And another game which I'll talk about on my next round. I'm going to go back to you, Peebs.
Well, I haven't played massive amount. I touched on Stellar Blade last time.
Yes.
I was on. I've completed that.
Nice.
And I'm quarter of the way through a second playthrough.
What?
Yeah, I loved it that much. I went straight back to it.
Wow.
I probably would have been playing that still if it wasn't for Battlefield. But yeah, I really liked it because there's a couple of different endings and there's more trophies to get. I've unlocked a few more trophies on the second playthrough, actually, upgrading stuff. But yeah, I just loved the game.
That does surprise me, mate, because it's not really normally your type of game, is it? I wouldn't have thought.
Not really, no, because obviously it's Japanese or Korean or whatever it is. It's obviously Asian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it. I mean, the graphics are beautiful. I love the combat.
Yeah.
I just loved really everything about it. Really, the exploration, the little like camps you get to upgrade and stuff. Collecting the cans. I mean, there's quite a few collectibles and stuff. You can collect your cans, and the more cans you get, then it unlocks more stuff.
Yeah.
All your outfits, your upgrades. Just love the game. I know you guys have played it, but
yeah, I loved it, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. So
good.
I do plan to go. Yeah, like I say, I've sort of quarter the way through a second playthrough. I do mean to go back and get another ending.
Nice.
Because I think there's 3 endings, but yeah, I want to get another ending on that. So yeah, finished it.
Sweet, a bit more perving for Peebs then.
Yeah, some of the outfits are.
Indeed. Good, I'm glad, mate. No, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Good times. Nick, anything else from you?
Yeah, I've still been going on with Hogwarts Legacy.
Is this on a piece? Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Nice. Is this on Game Pass? Is it? Oh, you don't have Game Pass, do you? Oh, you must have bought it.
No,
Yeah,
I bought it. I was like 15 quid in CEX.
Nice.
And,
it's on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. It comes out on a yeah, but I haven't got any of that. But yeah, loving it so far. I'm up to like level 21 now, about 17, 18 hours in. Just getting on with it. And just enjoying all like the Harry Potter stuff, to be honest. It seems like a good, honest game.
It's
Do you know what I mean?
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why I didn't play it earlier, but I just like it, playing it. It's just little things. It's a little bit woke, like some of the, it's like, every different colour kid we can imagine. One of those. Yep, there we go. Which, but it's not over the top stupid, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, lots of missions. I think only sometimes, I don't know if it's good or bad, like you try to think with me, it's like I'll just go through the main missions and ignore the side missions. But sometimes you have to do some of the side missions to learn spells to do the main missions.
Oh, okay.
Which, yeah, not the end of the world, but I suppose maybe it's just padding the game out. But it's not nothing major. It's just like some of the things. It's like, I've got to create, like I've got to go to make a. What was the thing? I forgot what it's called now. A mandrake, that thing you have to pull out of the pot from the movies where it screams. So I was like, I've got to make those. Okay, how do I do that? Google, obviously. Oh, you got to buy it at this shop. Okay, so I buy the seeds at the shop and I come back to the herbology class and it's like, you need a bigger pot than this. I was like, oh great, now I've got to go buy a bigger pot to put it in. And I was like, all right, but I'll do that at the room of requirement. Oh, so I've got to go there. So it's like a lot of stuff. And then I bought it and just used it and nothing happens and I didn't read it and it said, oh no, you've got to use it on an enemy. So I'm like, oh god. So when I planted it, I had to wait like 15 minutes for it to like grow and collect it. And then I had to run off into the Forbidden Forest to fight some enemies to use it on them. So I'm just like, oh. So I don't know if that's annoying or just, I don't know. Does that annoy you if they sort of force you to do the side missions a bit to continue with? Because normally, like at the top, like the gold ones are the main missions, but it come up and it had like a padlock on it until I'd like done the other mission because I had to learn a spell to continue. If you see what I mean?
Yeah, you do get gated because you obviously have to have certain abilities to carry on with certain missions and stuff.
Yeah, it's not as bad as some of the others. Like I remember when we talked about it earlier, Starfield, that's probably one of the worst games I've ever seen for that. It was like forcing you to do the other side quests, but then you couldn't do the side quests because you didn't have no fucking fuel to go and do the side quests. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to, find something wrong, but it's just so much fun just exploring the castle and like using Revelio and collecting all the stuff and seeing all like the pictures talking and stuff to you. It's just like, ooh, I just like the movies really, but it's decent. I think if I'd have played this a couple of years ago when I came out, it would have probably been up there in my game of the year, but I can't play all the new games when they come out, can I?
See, I've downloaded this on the PS Store, and I've had it for a little while, but I've never, because I'm not a big fan of the Harry Potter films, I've never bothered with it, but everyone says who's played it says it's great.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to play it because thing is what I've noticed with PlayStation is they do take games off quite quickly. If I've downloaded, like I had Witcher Game of the Year on there, and I thought I'll go and play that at some point. I went to play it, it's been taken off the store.
Yeah.
Taken off the catalogue.
It's like Netflix, isn't it? You save it to your watch list and they keep taking stuff off.
Yeah. So I need to probably do it. They did it with Red Dead as well, so I might have to do it because I know what'll happen. I'll go to play it and they're taking it off.
Well, they'll take it off when you're about 5 hours from finishing the game.
Yeah. That would be annoying.
That's what I'm trying. Like, you do that on Netflix, and I think Prime's worse than Netflix. I mean, Netflix has started telling you when it leaves like Netflix, whereas they never used to. But Prime's really bad, like trying to go through a whole series of something, and it's like leaves on the it's like, oh great, I've only got like a week to watch 4 series. This is not going to happen, but yeah, it's a decent game. It plays a bit like an easy Dark Souls, though, to be honest. You just like use your spells, like cooldowns and stuff. It's a decent. I mean, if it's part of the PlayStation Plus, just play it for an hour, and if you don't like it, then it doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Or maybe you'll play it, really enjoy it, and you'll become a Harry Potter nerd.
Ginger hair, hand-me-down robes. You must be a Weasley.
Really well-made game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Darren?
Oh, the other stuff, yeah. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Oh, yes, I want to hear about this because I've been hearing mixed things.
It is kind of a mixed game. I never played the original Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines way back on, I think it was like PS1, PS2 era. But apparently it was like very RPG, quite a lot of freedom. And this one is kind of been through development hell and multiple developers. It's ended up with like the Chinese room sort of taking the helm at the end. Don't know how much of it is their stuff or whether they're just like finishing up other people's work. But yeah, it's more actiony than RPG, although there is RPG stuff there, I guess, with like dialogue choices and things you can kind of do, but it is sort of like part walking sim, part vampire sim, in like an open world environment.
You know what the video I'm watching reminds me of? It reminds me of Dishonored. Am I right in that assessment or not? It just looks a bit like
sort of. Yeah, so parts of the game I really like, and then there's parts of the game I sort of don't particularly like, or like annoying design decisions, one of which being you can't save the game.
What?
You just trigger save checkpoints.
Ugh.
And even if you trigger a save checkpoint, the actual real checkpoint would have been at the end of a previous mission, or as you've selected a new mission. So it will always chuck you right back to where that checkpoint was. Big pain in the arse, even though you've got like a home base and stuff. But I kind of get it. If you're a Chivo person or whatever, this game's going to require you to play through it 6 times.
Oh,
I'm out.
Yeah, because I thought I'd mention that early on, just so Peebs would be like, yeah, I'm not bothering with that one. But yeah, it's because there are 6 different clans that you can become a member of. There's a trophy for completing the game as a member of each of the clans.
Oh, it's taking the piss.
So that's in there. The actual open area of Seattle is kind of fun to explore at the start, but it's not too big, it's not too small. You can kind of jump around on the roofs. The main thing is basically keeping up appearances around the mortals. Don't let them know that you're supernatural, etc. So you've constantly got like an eye symbol at the top of the screen to show you if people can see you or not. And obviously if the eye's shut, you can't be watched, so you can shimmy up drain pipes like with speed to get to the roof and then start jumping and gliding across rooftops and stuff. Each of the different clans gives you sort of like powers, and this is where it's kind of fun with the combat. So you can have a power which basically you can highlight an enemy and basically command him to kill himself. And then there's commands later on in the game that give you mass manipulation. So basically everyone in your FOV, when you activate that skill, they all kind of stop because you've just frozen them in place. And yes, you can stop them all and then tell them all to kill themselves. And you'll just see them all like just twist their own necks and stuff. You can turn people into exploding blood bombs as well that scream to pull enemies in before you like pop them. Stuff. So there's some cool abilities that way. The actual combat it feels pretty good and reasonable at times, but then at other times it's just kind of like just feels a bit clumsy and cacky.
Okay.
So, but yeah, there's parts of it. Again, I don't know if I'd recommend this at full price. I mean, there's going to be some people that do like it for what it is at full price or whatever. It's not like a super full price game. It's not like your $70 or anything like that. But it's one of those ones, like a game I'll talk about next, where I've hammered it for quite a lot of time, and now I'm at that point where feel like it's a bit repetitive, the stuff I'm doing. So it's like, not that I don't like doing that aspect of the game, which is like running around doing all the side quests and stuff, which generally involves you going somewhere, picking stuff up, or going off somewhere and killing people. Because another one of your traits is, because you're like a head vampire who's lost their abilities, you're like an elder, so you can have multiple clan abilities and stuff. You can click in the right thumbstick and follow like blood scents, which will lead you through the city to show you where people have gone if you're tracking someone. Or you can just sit there and you can see internally inside each of the humans that are around. Because there's like multiple different blood types in the game that you need to sort of collect as well to upgrade your abilities. And by looking at the type of blood pumping around certain civilians, you can work out which ones you need to target.
Okay.
Or to try and obtain that blood type from. Because when you use some of your abilities, you need to recharge the power of those abilities by either draining the blood of the people you're fighting or doing it to random civilians and stuff. It doesn't actually sort of kill them, because that's the whole point. They're like, if vampires go around indiscriminately killing people, like there's a whole society of them, they'd be exposed.
Yeah.
And there's, like I'll say, the interesting aspects of it are the clans and the politics and all of that kind of stuff going on, because you've got like a head honcho that oversees all the different clans, and then you've got obviously the different creeds and that they live by as well. And always a bit more interesting when you get a lot of characters that sort of go back hundreds and hundreds of years, sort of like seeing different parts of history and stuff. But yeah, you don't just play a vampire. There are parts of the game where you play someone who's basically in your head, who is another different type of vampire, who is basically a gumshoe. Because a lot of the vampires are in like positions of power, so there are aspects of the game where you're walking around with him solving crime scenes and stuff, trying to track down obviously a storyline that ties into stuff that's going on in the current day.
Okay.
But yeah, because of the sort of samey aspect of a lot of it, when it comes to sort of like your open worldy stuff, because I'd say it's regularly quick to maybe go through. You've got your main story missions, and then you've got your side missions. But if you're trying to build up your powers, abilities, and find like the collectibles, which again, there's not loads of them. There's like 30 of one type, 10 of another, and I think another 20 or something of something else, which hasn't actually come into the game yet because it comes in a third act, and I think I'm just under a third of the way through the game. But the group that's causes the third collectible has only just sort of like reasonably sort of recently started appearing.
Okay. Interesting.
So yeah, it's decent. It's not amazing, but it was a game I was really interested in trying out, just to see what it was kind of like. And again, it was like the fact of like you're going through. It reminds me of The Division a lot, in a weird way, because it's like constantly snowing and almost like Christmas time.
Okay.
When you're obviously going around in Seattle at this time of day, you will hear the same bloody lines repeated over and over and over again by the NPCs. And there is one of the blood types that's an absolute bastard to get, because you can't talk to them. And when you do talk to them, they just scream and run off. And you're just like, oh, great. Yeah, so I could either drain your blood in front of everyone, which breaks the Masquerade, which is highly against the core of like the society that you're in, or they just run off and you can't get them anyway. And it's just like, great.
Times. Well, I just had a look on the Steam reviews, and then they're all pretty.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are pissed off because it's not like a super RPG like the last one. Because basically, Vampire the Masquerade should be pretty much played almost similar to, say, like Baldur's Gate. It's a tabletop. So, like my mate was always saying, like it would be really cool if they did like a Baldur's Gate-esque Vampire the Masquerade game.
Yeah.
But yeah, in other news, the Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt, is it, or something? Is that the one on the PlayStation? It was like a battle royale game, third-person battle royale.
Never heard of it.
That's shutting down. It's shutting down next year. Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. Closing down in April next year, so that's another always online game that's going to disappear forever.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
I mean, I played it for a little bit when it first came out, and so did a few of the people I knew, and we like teamed up and played quite a bit of that, and it was fun for a time. But because it's just one map, I think it's also Seattle as well, possibly.
Yeah.
It kind of got a little bit stale, and then obviously once the numbers drop off, you know, it's kind of like the slow death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're leaking blood, it's only a matter of time because of the type of game you've made. Yeah, you're just going to unfortunately disappear.
Cool. I just want to go back to Peebs because I know it's getting late for him and he's normally in bed by now. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Peebs? before you head off?
Yeah, I played House of the Dead, the remake.
Arcades? Oh.
No, it was $1.99 on the PlayStation Store.
Is that the first
so you
one
don't
or
get
the second one? Because they redid the second or the third one, I think, or something. They remastered another one and put it on there, so they made the first one really cheap.
It must be 2 because I can't find one on YouTube.
No, doesn't say 1 or 2. It just says remake. House of the Dead remake. Yeah, I think it's the first one. I mean, I don't really know them ins and outs. I remember playing them at the arcade back in the day. But, yeah, it's $1.99 on the store.
Yeah, classic, but it still annoys me where you kind of like, this just needs a light gun. Like,
yeah, it's hard to... That's what I found this week playing it. It's hard trying to play it with your controller. But I'm liking it. It's the graphics are good. I mean, it's only 4. I don't remember it. Obviously, I never completed it on the arcade because you used to have to whack flipping God knows how much in. But there's only like 4 chapters, and they're quite short. So you can complete the game in probably 45 minutes. But there's quite a bit of replayability. There's scoreboards. There's different challenges. Obviously, trophies for doing different things. Saving the scientists. There's like different routes you can take, which I didn't really know anything about. If you take a lift up, it'll take you somewhere else to a different route than taking it down and things like that. So, but yeah, it's good fun. It's like I say, it's $1.99. Little blast on that. The only thing is, I played it on Noobenstein because playing it on even normal is quite difficult because you only get so many continues. What it does is the more points you get, then when you use a continue, it takes some of your points away. And then if you run out of points, that's it, you've run out of continues.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'll plan to go back and do a bit more. But like I say, using the cursor with your analog sticks is tricky-ish. You get sort of used to it, but trying to get the headshots is quite difficult.
It's a shame there's been no alternative to light guns for modern TVs, really.
There's a few on Kickstarter.
The main alternative now for those games is VR.
Yeah.
That's not a solution, mate. That's not a solution.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not a modern solution, I guess, like with the TVs and stuff. But
cool. Anything else, Peebs?
But yeah, only I started Alan Wake again, the remastered, because that's on the PlayStation Plus catalog thing. I'm on the last chapter now. I'm not sure if with the remastered version, do you get the 2 DLCs within it?
I think so.
Yeah,
if you bought the disc, I think you did. Or are you playing it on PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
They give you the DLC. I expect that's just the base game.
Really? Like with the remake? I would have thought it would have come with it.
Well, when it came out the first year, digital only. Oh, you meant the original Alan Wake, not 2?
No,
I was talking about the first one.
Yeah, the first one.
I think that's got all the DLC with it. Sorry, I thought you meant the second one.
No, because I platinumed the second one, but I haven't done any of the DLC on the second one, although that's come to PlayStation Plus this.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant it, and you didn't get the DLC with it.
No. So, yeah, I could go back and do the DLC for that, but I'll have to purchase it. But, yeah, I'm just doing the first one again. It must be the, 6th time of playing it, because I played it originally on obviously the 360 when it first came out, and then I think I completed it twice on that, or maybe even 3 times, because I did it once on normal. Then I think I platinumed it, and you have to go, not platinumed it, full gamer scored it, because you had to do it on normal, then you have to do it on nightmare difficulty. There's also, you have to collect all the collectibles.
Yeah.
And then I completed it again on the remastered on the 360. And now I'm doing it again on the PlayStation. So, yeah. But, yeah, I really like it. It has dated a little bit now, playing it on the PlayStation. Even the remastered one, it's still, it looks a bit dated. But yeah, still really liking it. Like I say, I'm on the last bit now. I'm on the last chapter. I've been using a guide again to get all the Thomos flasks still. But yeah, hopefully it's got the 2 bits of DLC as well. So then I'll do them as well. But yeah, the next game I think will be the Harry Potter game.
Sweet.
Hogwarts. After Nick talking about it and having a quick look on the Twitch stream, it does look good, and I am worried it'll fall off the catalogue. So yeah, I want to try and get that done. I think that's a big game, isn't it?
That's like 10, 12 quid in CE.
Yeah, it's a cheap game. Yeah.
Even if you buy it digitally, I've seen it like less than a tenner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you where did you played Control, didn't you, Peebs? What did you play?
Yes, I've downloaded that as well this week. I played that on the Xbox and completed it, but a while back. But I haven't done the collector's edition or whatever it's called, Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, because that got a PS5 Pro patch.
Yes, I have downloaded it this week with plans to play that.
Months after I finished it, bastard.
Yeah, so much to play at the minute. That's the problem.
Yes. So you didn't pick up one of the games that I forgot came out this week, then?
Which one?
Double Dragon. Double Dragon Revive.
Yeah, I did put it in the Discord. Has anyone picked it up? And no one replied.
Oh, right, I didn't read that, but I have picked it up. I've played it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I'll have to stay on the podcast just to hear your review of it then, because I am.
Well,
it's 30 quid, isn't it?
Now is a thing. I got a physical copy, which I think was about 32 or something like that from Amazon. But it's like I can't remember the collector's edition, and it has a code for alternate coloured outfits. So it's basically like Arc System Works remastered or redoing sort of Double Dragon. There's like a homage with the music and everything in it.
Oh, cool.
The presentation and everything, I've actually thoroughly enjoyed what I've played so far.
Yeah.
It feels like quite an amusing thing because it's not on a 2D plane.
Right.
So, like a Streets of Rage where you'd be moving up and down the screen and all of that. Like, you are kind of doing that, but when you are punching diagonally up. It's not like a full-on side-scroller.
Oh, right, yeah.
So there's a lot more sort of like 3D-esque to it, but it works and it plays pretty well, and some of the fights have been fun, and I haven't been annoyed by any of the mechanics yet. There is unlockables, as you'd expect. There's like challenges and stuff as well. But a lot of, obviously, some of the older enemies from the original games sort of like turn up in their own way.
Are you playing this on PlayStation?
I got it on PS5, yeah.
Yeah, good man. Right, you're going to have to unlock your privacy so I can look at your trophies and stuff.
Yeah, I know on it there's like ones for completing each mission and things like that. I did see there is ones for completing it on the hardest difficulty with S-rank on all the different stages and stuff.
But it doesn't have cross-play, does it?
Possibly could do. I don't know if it's actually on much. Unsure. Like I say, I only arrived today because there was a few games I completely forgot coming out about. One that you'll probably talk about in a bit, Webby, as well. Certain game number 4. It was like, I think the day after, or the day Bloodlines came out, I think I woke up, looked online, and Xbox were all like, so-and-so's now out, and I'm like, oh shit, is it? I completely forgot that was coming out. I thought it was coming out next week.
Oh, yeah.
And then went and got that.
I've literally only played it for about half an hour, so I'm not going to have to talk about it much.
And then Double Dragon was obviously also out last week, which I'd completely forgot about. And it's like, right, I'll need that. And then I found out Wanderer, the Fragments of Fate physical copy for PSVR 2 also came out, and I was like, shit, I forgot about that, got to get that. So yeah, there's been like a load of things that just suddenly popped out that I completely forgot about at the end of the month.
Yeah, so it's payday tomorrow, so I might be tempted to pick up this Double Dragon.
It doesn't have crossplay. Oof.
It doesn't.
It's like 30 odd quid as well.
Well, yeah, it's $29.99 on the PlayStation Store, but then $44.99 for like a collector's one with extras, and I don't know if that's worth another 15 quid though. But
there is a collector's version, and then there's like just a deluxe version or something. There was like one that was more expensive, and I think it come with like a load of trading cards and cloth fucking map or something called, you know, the usual, all that kind of stuff where you kind of like, I don't really need that anymore. Like, I don't mind a statue or a soundtrack and stuff, but like, I'm drowning in art books and fucking cloth maps and fucking standees and stuff. But yeah, when you do pick it up, I'll play it co-op with you. It's like quite fun and enjoyable. Has that sort of 2D sort of way to it, but with like a 3D feel. And you can throw enemies in at the environment, and there's like hazards on the maps and stuff like that as well. It can be quite amusing. Like you punch an enemy, he just somersaults and ends up with like going through a car window and his legs are sticking out.
Yeah. Definitely interested.
It's 34 quid for a physical, I've seen online as well.
Yeah, like I say, I think it's like 32 on Amazon.
Oh. Cool.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Cool to the beans.
Is that you, anything else, Peebs? I know you,
Yeah, I've got to go now, mate, because I've got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning for work, unfortunately, to pay for all these games.
There we go. All right, mate. Cool. Well, make sure you listen to the rest of the show when I put it out tomorrow.
Will do.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Mate. Yeah. See ya.
Take it easy, mate. See you later.
Laters.
I've played a few more games though, guys. So
well, we completely skipped Nick.
Oh yeah, go on, Nick.
I only just quickly mentioned that because obviously Peebs was going, and I knew he was interested.
Yeah. Well, I've only played one more, like, because on the MetaQuest VR, the Les Mills body combat, I've still been doing that, but I had to have a few days off because I thought, yeah, you're not wrong. Well, I thought, I've done light intensity, so I thought, you know what, I think I'm ready for the big boy modes. No. I mean, it was like 11, 12 minutes of torture, and I had to stop because I honestly thought I was going to have a heart attack. I'm like, how? I must have looked like such a twat when I was doing this. And one of them, I think, a bunch because they made it harder mode, because I know it said it measures how hard you hit it, but some of these like faster, like more intense ones, you really have to punch it as like hard or as fast as you can. And I punched too hard, and I pulled something in my arm, and I'm like, ow, that's not good. I'm like, great, you know. And the only thing, because I've done a few updates just lately, like some neon modes and stuff like that, so it all goes weird. And but yeah, I was done that, and I was like, I can't breathe, I'm going to have a heart attack, everything hurts. And it was a bonus round. I'm like, what are you on about, mate? And it was like bonus round, and it was like, you remember the old Street Fighter 2, where you had like in between the fights where they'd get you like to beat up a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to beat up a car or like a food truck and stuff like that. So I was like, ready, go, and you have 60 seconds, and you just have to just stand there and just smash the crap out of it as fast as you can to actually break it. And it's decent. It's giving me good workouts, but I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. And a few people, I mean, I haven't seen it yet, and a few people have complained because I've got a lot of the DLC because I bought like the complete edition, and they've released more DLC, so I haven't got that. So now every time I log in, it's like, buy more DLC, and I'm like, nope. And I don't know if they've checked. I saw it on the Facebook group where people couldn't play the DLC because they weren't on Wi-Fi or something. So I don't know if that was just that person or because I thought it was just all downloaded, but yeah. So still getting on with that, enjoying. I've got a few more games of that to play, but similar to Switch, I've just got so many games to play, and I accidentally keep buying more.
Yeah, that's always the way, isn't it?
I was like, I've bought like a sequel to a game that's like 3-4 years old, and I haven't even played the original yet, and I'm buying the sequel. But that's not like I think the worst thing I've done when I was looking. I've got Mass Effect 1, which I bought on 360 when it came out in like 2007, still in the plastic. And I've got Mass Effect 2 and 3 still in the plastic. So I'll play them, I'll get round to that. And then I went and bought the old, what's it called, the Legendary Edition on Xbox with like all 3 games and DLC. And I haven't even played that one either. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad there's not many good first-party games coming out because I could try and go through all this lot, but...
So many games, so little time.
I could probably like not buy a game for like 5 years and be fine, but I'm not going to be able to do it, am I?
No, the addiction is strong.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else from you, Darren?
Yeah. Oh, so obviously before Vampire and the other things, I was pretty much hammering Ghost of Yotei.
Oh, Ghost of Yotei, as we like to call it.
It's not that bad. I will say, like, there does seem to have been a bit of a weird witch hunt on this game, to be perfectly fair. There seems to be a lot of sort of stuff there that I just don't see. Like I say, it plays just as well as obviously like Ghost of
Tsushima,
yeah. That's it. I was like trying to think if that was the new one or not. But yeah, it plays just as good as that. It has like the storyline is obviously completely different. It's not based on sort of like we'll say like particularly like real historical events that occurred. But it's definitely fun. I've really enjoyed the storyline. There's been some really cool moments in it. The only reason I've actually stopped playing it is because I'm the kind of person that goes to one of the new areas and I have to do everything before I move to the next area.
Oh, yes.
And you are doing, similar to obviously Tsushima and that, a lot of the same old.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, rest of the hot spring, the wolf den, do this bamboo strikes, you know what I mean? All of that kind of stuff. And it can be quite time consuming going between all those areas doing that, and you sort of figure out, like, I've just spent 2.5 hours doing sort of sidey stuff. I get that I don't have to do that, but it kind of started feeling very samey. But it's such a well-made game, I'm kind of like, look, I need, like I said before, a few others to just put it down for a week or two and then go back to it.
Yeah.
So I'm not exhausted on doing the same sort of like bandit camps and all that kind of stuff. And the shrines, mainly like the altars, you know, the way like in the first game where it's like, oh, every shrine, it's like damaged the way to get to it. So it's just platforming shite the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, this again. They're not difficult per se, but they're just kind of, they're not fun to do. Like, the only fun you'll actually get is the beautiful scenery while you're doing it. Like, that's the only reason that makes doing those particularly enjoyable, is you're seeing like these fantastic views and locations and stuff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean the graphics.
But yeah, I still highly recommend the game. It's a very, very, very good game in my opinion.
So how many hours have you put into it now?
About 40 or 50, I think.
Oh wow, you planted quite a bit of time into it.
Yeah, I'm probably over the halfway point. I would probably stay. Like I said before, some of the locations I've gone to and some of the sort of side missions and quests and things that have gone on have actually been pretty damn interesting and quite well done. with like changes of atmosphere or locations, etc.
So are you preferring this to the first one or not?
I'd say it's just as good.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, I know there's like a ton of people like screeching like the first game. Oh, we knew it should have been him again. Like the continuation. It's like, yeah, I kind of get that. It would have been interesting to see where he went. But then they wanted to do something similar but somewhere else, and they couldn't particularly do it obviously in this time because it's like years and years after obviously those events that this takes place. Yeah,
okay.
what it could really do with, though, in my opinion, is a glamour system.
Oh, yeah, because you're not looking like a donk.
Well, it's not necessarily technically that. Some of the outfits and that look really cool, but then if you want to do that, you have to associate all the bonuses and stuff that come with the armor that you've equipped.
Right.
And there are obviously some armors that have some really good skills and stuff on them, but they don't look great. If that makes sense, where you're like, well, that armor set looks better, but the things that I get off it, the bonuses aren't that great. It's a pity I can't glamour that look over what I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of other games kind of let you do.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of surprised they probably will do maybe at some point further down the line with like an additional content update, because a lot of it is spent on the look of your character, because you unlock obviously all the dye shops and stuff like that, so you can colour your outfits and other bits and bobs to sort of match the sort of look you want or the colour scheme you want, so you don't just look like you've smashed out of I've left my gym clothes at home. Like clothes basket that you used to have at school and that.
Yeah.
Random stuff.
Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it anyway.
Definitely.
Very cool. I'm going to talk about this very briefly then, Dan, because you mentioned it. Well, kind of alluded to it. Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
I've literally only played it for half an hour, so I can't really give a deep dive or anything, to be honest. But
Did you like what you played, though?
Yes. I mean, I was a huge fan of Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox. So I played... I think I played one on the 360 as well. I'm sure there was one on there. But no, it feels very... From my limited playtime... It's not easy, which is kind of how the Ninja Gaidens of what I remember are, but the moves are very precise, if that makes sense. Like every button, like the way he moves, like it's not. It's just hard to say. Like he's very like when you're moving, you're
nimble and fluid.
Yeah, that's I'm just trying. Yeah, it's You know, like when you used to play like games back in the day on the like the Mega Drive and the SNES and all that, and you're like playing Mario or whatever, and you're like very like some of the stuff's hard to do, but you don't blame the game. It's you, because like the controls are very precise. It's kind of like that. The way he moves is pretty cool, and I just like my initial impressions of the combat. I just really enjoyed. To be honest, and then with the wall running, and you can meld the moves together, like your jumps and your hits and stuff like that. And it's so gory. That's probably one of the reasons I haven't really played it much, because obviously it's not a game I'd want to play when my kids are around. Because it's literally like your finishing moves, you're chopping heads off, and there's blood splattering everywhere. You know what I mean?
Always been like that, those games.
Yeah, so, but as I say, initial impressions are very positive, and I think the internet agrees with me, because all the reviews I've seen are also very positive. So that's really nice to see, you know. So yes, when you get round to playing it, Darren, I think you will enjoy it, because it's definitely a Darren game. So But no, I will get to it at some point. But I've just, as I wanted to finish off Cronos, and I really want to play Trails as my next game. So this is on the back burner a little bit. But as I say, initial impressions are very positive.
Oh.
Yes, so I just wanted to let you know that. And because I talked about that so quick, I might as well talk about the other game that I'm surprised how many hours I've put into it this week. I think it goes to show how much time I spend on my Steam Deck, to be quite honest with you. Probably too much, because when I'm sitting on the sofa in an evening and we're just watching like general stuff like Big Bang Theory or Friends or something like that, I'm playing the Steam Deck. And I wanted something different, and I wanted something like Genshin Impact, but it's not on Steam because it's fucking stupid. I know it's on consoles and you can download it on PC, but I need something on Steam because Steam Deck. So the closest thing I could find was a more recent game called, I don't know how to pronounce this properly, so I'll probably fuck it up, Wuthering Waves.
Wuthering
Waves. And so I downloaded this, and this is how much I'm really loving this game. I initially downloaded it on my Steam Deck. I've now also downloaded it on my PC and my PlayStation 5. So, and obviously it links your account so you can just carry on playing on all your devices. And I will say, because I did actually back in the day play a little bit of Genshin Impact, and it's very similar, but this feels, I know, like it's an anime art style and it's very beautiful, but it actually feels to me like a bit more of an adult version of Genshin Impact, because the thing that really annoyed me with Genshin when I played it was like the really annoying high-pitched squeaky voices, and you have this little like girl that follows you around, and I felt like a bit of a pedo when I was playing it, to be honest. So this game is very similar to Genshin, like pretty much it rips off Zelda, like with Breath of the Wild. That's what these games are ripping off, really, because it's got that anime cartoony art style, but think of Zelda where you can climb any surface. This can do that. You can glide wherever you want as well. It is pretty much just Zelda, but you play as mainly anime women in really hot outfits. And for me, that ticks all my boxes. I've not spent any money on it. It is a free-to-play game, and I know, Darren, you're all about, you say to me, gacha games, you won't play them, etc. And I get that. But I think for what you get without paying for, I mean, I've played, Jesus, let me have a look. Where is it? On Steam, I've put like 20 hours into it, and I've played probably about 8 on the PlayStation. So, and I've not spent any money on it, and I've not really felt pushed. Like, the leveling system seems quite good, so you can level up your characters by, you get these kind of shard things to upgrade your characters, and I've been collecting them by doing like these VR training missions in the game, or you get them just by doing the main missions or the side quests, and I've kind of hit a point in the game. Well, I hit a point in the game where I couldn't do the next main mission. I had to level up, and I've been just doing like, there's so many missions on the game, and you've got dailies as well, like daily missions will pop up and things. And I've actually now hit a level where I can do the next main mission, but I've not got round to it yet because there's just so many other missions for me to do. And every day you log in, like there's like all these different events going on, and you just like, I seem to be randomly just doing them without even knowing it, and then it's like I'm getting all this loot to like upgrade my characters and weapons. So basically you're like this one character, but then you can control up to 3 characters at once, and you switch between them. And the way the battle system works, I really enjoy, because it's kind of like a hack and slash, But as you're fighting, you get a bit like in like Street Fighter with the tagging. You can tag in the other person, and they like fly in and do extra damage, and they all have different weapons like swords, and you got the magic people, and like one of my characters has got a controls like a magic animal thing that comes out, and it's kind of a long range thing. Yeah, man, I don't know what it is. It's just it's really got its hooks into me. I'm just really enjoying it. I love the art. I love the characters. The combat is really, really fun. The map is huge. Really nice, as I say, really nice art, really good exploration. And I've not spent any money on it yet. So that's really, really cool in my book. And this is on Steam, PlayStation, and mobile phones. So yeah, I'm just I didn't think like one of these sort of games would get its hooks into me like this has, but it's just the perfect Steam Deck game because I don't really have to concentrate on it too hard. I skip most of the side quest cutscenes because I can't be asked, and it's just fun, you know, and that's the main thing, right? So check it out. It's Wuthering Waves. I think it's quite a popular game from what I can tell as well. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say really apart from that. It's just I'm just having a lot of fun with it. So, but in the store though, as I say, like it does have the typical thing of, and it's kind of the same in like the First Descendant, where it's like spend real money and buy more sexy outfits for your girls and shit like that. But I can't be asked.
That is one of the ways they make the money.
Yeah, but if you don't, but as I say, I've put a lot of hours into it without spending any money, so you know, I'm quite happy, to be honest. It's a good game, really good game. So yeah, Wuthering Waves, probably my most played game of the week, to be honest. Actually, have either of you guys played anything else that you wanted to mention?
All I can think of off the top of my head. I think we've been going long enough.
All right. Well, I'm just going to briefly mention then Gran Turismo 7. I'm still playing that a lot. Puzzle Quest as well on my Steam Deck. Hammering that still, loving it. If you haven't got onto it, Puzzle Quest, Reforged, or whatever it's called, is great. And me and Marcus have I've been playing this on and off for ages. It's a free to play game, and this is on console as well now. War Thunder. Loving War Thunder.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big big on PC for a while, and it's only just hit consoles not that long ago, is it? But I will say that, I mean, me and Marcus have been playing it, and we've not spent any money on it. I'm a bit further that I've played it more than him, so I've got more planes, but it's very it's either it's very grinding, it's quite predatory, where it's kind of like so slow to earn stuff that you just kind of like I can see a lot of people just spending money on the game like to unlock shit, because like, I've put quite a lot of hours into it, and I'm still on World War II planes like Spitfires and things. And obviously there's like modern day jets and all that shit, which are going to take forever to get to. Like his planes are still like biplanes and shit. But I had a look on how much the planes are to buy, and some of the planes are like 50, 60 quid for a plane. It's ridiculous. And it's not just planes, this game, it's tanks or ships as well, so you can choose what you want to play as.
Make you wonder if the people who actually buy them aren't quite all there. I mean, you can spend money on what you want to spend your money on, obviously, but you know, a pretend plane on a video game spending 50 quid, that's mental.
Oh no, it is mad. But people are hooked on this game. I mean, it's quite old now. It's been going for quite a while. And because I've used to play quite a bit of World of Tanks. But But I actually prefer War Thunder because like World of Tanks has got World of Warplanes and World of Ships, World of Warships. But this is like all three of those games in one package, you know, because you can do the ships or the tanks, but it's all just in kind of one thing. Whereas in World of Tanks and that, it's three separate games. But no, I mean, it's fun for what it is. I mean, we're just having fun, just jumping on together and just going on the, you know, on the levels together, you know, and just flying around and having a bit of fun. We're not taking it serious. We don't want to spend money. Well, I don't want to spend money on it. Well, Marcus would if he could, but
surely they would make more money if it was like 50p or £1 for something. Do you know what I mean?
It's just the pricing's just silly, mate. It really is.
That's what I'm saying. I just think they're getting people who are, you know, basically got a gambling type problem or an addiction problem and just taking advantage at that point.
Yeah. But there's even like, so you got that, but then you because obviously like when you finish a game, like it builds up it shows you how much XP you've earned. But if you pay a monthly subscription, you earn more XP to unlock your stuff quicker as well. So that's another way of doing it. So, you know, they've got all the monetization in this game. It's crazy. But for what it is, it's like for what me and Marcus are playing, you know, the free stuff, we've been quite happy with it. So Peebs is saying that Ball X is on Game Pass. Yes, it is, Peebs. We did mention that in the chat. He obviously fell asleep as we were mentioning that. That's all I've played, guys, anyway. I think we should end it here then, if that's it. Been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I am tired. I'm sure you guys are tired. My throat is sore from all this talking. It's been emotional. So thank you very much, everybody. It's great to be back after our break. And so from myself, Nick, and Darren, and obviously Peebs, who's dropped off to go to bed, it's been awesome. We will see you next week. Goodbye.